Action.
Asiatics.
Back on the mic.
Yes, 40 of them.
Yes, sir. 40 episodes.
Man.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations,
Big 40, man.
Big 40,
We've been doing it. Yeah, yes, sir.
For real.
Yeah.
It's a magic number.
Yeah. And now it's like
It's real. It's a real podcast at this point, bro.
It is. Like we made it past the hump. I think past 20. Like you're actually doing it. You're producing. So, yeah, absolutely, bro. Let's open up.
Yeah.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve. Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen.
Islamism.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so last week we had the God Z on the podcast, man.
Yeah, man.
We had God. We actually had God in person come through.
He rapped both of these for me.
Yeah.
Man, so
Fire crystals. Yeah, actually, let's talk about what are you rocking, sir? What is the?
So this is a black kyanite with a titanium finish, and this is a Super 7 amethyst.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, wrapped by our brother Z, who was on the podcast last week, who runs the Crystal Game in Lamarck Park.
Yeah.
A real life God. Yeah.
Facts.
So, but yeah, like I tell you, bro, like every time, we end the episode usually around 2 a.m., 3 o'clock, I'll get to bed, and the episode bleeds into my dream reality, right? And so the same, I don't remember what the dream was specifically last week with brother Z, but yeah, we went in, obviously, talked about, when we started talking about self-sufficiency, living off the land, like the Amish.
Yeah.
So we super went in, and he brought that level to it. And what it did for my week, because like the prior 2 weeks, like we said, you and I entered 2022 with a bang.
Definitely.
So, like dick swinging, like came in strong 2022. And I told you, and I asked you, I was like, man, is it going to be like this forever? And I should have known better, but the answer is obviously not. You can't operate at that type of intensity. That's not how energy works. So, and I was telling you before the podcast started, is I still have that level of intensity, but it's less overt God body performance, and now it's all that performance I was doing. Now it's all internal work.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I went from like out here showing you, oh look at me, I'm a black guy. Now it's like that same intensity is now channeled inward to where like, okay, yeah, you a God, but you got some shit to work on, nigga. So get to work, right?
That's what it is, man.
Because we're not going to be able to act out that God bodiness
We can't
without.
ego it.
We can't ego it.
Can't ego it, bro.
We can't ego it, man. We can't ego it, and we can't act like we don't got issues.
Can't Instagram it.
No, facts. And we had a good conversation pre-gaming to this right now. It's like, no, you have to show the whole totality of the black God body experience. So just right now, I'm like, nah, just because I'm not spitting bars on Instagram 24/7, now I'm just like, okay, I had the same intensity, but now I'm like, I'm all
You
internal.
retired your rap career. Bro was rapping. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember, but bro was spitting. He was rapping on Instagram every day for like
every day.
2 weeks.
And that's it.
Nonstop.
Nonstop.
Is bars.
And it felt, bro, I'm telling you, I that's what rap is, the meta nature. It's
It is.
God.
It definitely
It's
is.
God. And like he gave
definitely
me
is the meta nature.
and he gave me a taste of what it's like for the godhood.
It's free flowing content.
It's free flowing it's free flowing black God energy. So he gave me, he's like, okay, you put in a good job 2021. I'm gonna give you a little taste of what this shit's like for real. All right, you got it, bro. Okay. So he gave me a taste, and now he's like, okay, don't get it twisted. You got work to do, not just with your people, but you got work to do internal.
This year, bro, is work.
It's work.
It's so much work in front of us.
Work.
It's like work.
It's work.
Like a lot of work.
Like legit
and so many
work.
different like different areas of like work,
work, man.
But like work is right in front of us.
Yeah.
It's so much work.
Yes, sir. It's work.
Bro.
It's literally to where now we're having conversations about what's on our calendars. Like
Every day.
Niggas is getting corporate, bro.
For real. But I mean, like, it's work, bro.
Now we have pre-game to strategy calls for how we're going to approach people that we're engaged with.
I have to plan I have to plan every week prior to the week, bro. I have to make sure that I don't double book meetings and phone calls and emails and
yeah, man.
Like work. It's real work. I got to make sure I don't overly work the work that I got going because there's so much work that's getting done.
Yeah. And to the point where like
let's get this work done.
I'm not stressed out because I love the work and we signed up for it, but I'm definitely like, I can't play around now. You know what I mean? This is work. You don't play around at work. You have to do your job. And then now we've got a job and the stakes are our people's survival. You know what I'm saying? For real. Let's not play around with that, bro. Like that's what we've been tasked with. That it's not because we're better than anyone. It's because no one else is doing this type of work. No one else is creating a strategy to get the black and indigenous original man back to the land.
I mean, that's why we got this work, because we already shown that this is the work we do.
This is what we do.
This is the work we've been doing.
Facts.
That's why we got this level of work.
Facts.
Because we know how to do the work.
Facts.
And we know how to get the work done.
Yes, sir. And we were
know how to scale this work and take it to the next level. Facts. And get this work done.
Facts.
It's the work.
Facts. And
there's also no other work.
There's no other work. And also, we were the ones that took that leap of faith into being willing, putting ourselves in a position to be vulnerable to where, yeah, we were willing to get called crazy, get called gay for wanting to garden, all the bullshit. So we put ourselves in friendly fire, to say the least, to get us to this point. So now we're getting ready to administer the kingdom to the chosen of God. You know what I mean? Like that's we're in that position right now, and that's what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit because we don't have to sugarcoat anymore. Like there's no one else doing this type of work. This
work, there is no failure at this work. You get what I'm saying? No. Even if the way we want to get this work doesn't happen right now, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case, or our projects don't manifest this time, and we don't get the things that need to get done with the state and whatever the case. Man. It doesn't mean the work is over. It doesn't mean all right, we quit. No. All right, we didn't get the work done. We didn't get these bills passed, so we quit the work.
Absolutely. No, it's just what.
We didn't get this project funded, so we quit the work.
No, not at all. The only
get the fund.
What's the next step?
Funded some kind of way. How do we get the money?
How is it going to get the money?
Where's some more of the land?
That's right. That's it. And everything we do at this point, since it's uncharted waters, is a lesson. And since we're in the business of politics, and I'm just saying this for our edification and to learn on it. It's like nothing is concrete in politics.
I mean, I've applied for a policy fellowship.
With the young farmers.
Yeah, I've applied. I had an interview, so we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, I'm actively taking the steps to learn more about policy and to learn more about how to do this part.
Yeah,
and actively putting myself in networks around people who do know how to do this and do want to edify me and do want to support me.
Yeah,
and also know information and things I'm doing could support them as well. So
absolutely.
Along with other things, I'm going to apply for different positions. I'm going to apply for these positions. I'm going to actively seek to insert myself more into this industry and to insert myself more into decision making within this industry.
Facts,
definitely.
And we're not too good.
And representation.
Facts, and we're not too good to insert ourselves into infrastructure. We're not too good.
Not at all.
No.
Not at
Matter of fact, we're not good. We need to gather as much intelligence as required while this kingdom is up and running as a civilization. Period,
bro.
We don't, we understand the history of this country. We understand the legacy of quote unquote racism in this country. But at the end of the day, it's still being administered, and it is the largest empire running on this planet.
Yeah, bro. And it's not the full history.
Yeah,
it's not the full. The way that way I'm learning and I'm accepting it works is by telling people a percentage of what's really going on and making people feel powerless, making us feel like we don't have power, making us feel like this isn't our government, making us feel like this isn't our country.
That you just hit the nail on the head.
Like that whole minority thing. That minority thing is really powerful because it makes you feel like you don't have real power, and it's not fucking true.
No. It makes you
We're
feel
not
like
the minority.
you're
We're
not the
just
minority.
broken up into random ass percentages and random ass boxes that we check.
That's right. That's right.
If you add up all these different percentages of people, it'll lead to the majority.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And calling yourself a minority has you playing a minor league baseball. Minors.
It makes you
facts.
You play like a minor. You
play
think like a minor. You
think
act like a minor.
Yeah.
You treat yourself like a minor. You operate in this government and in this country and in this world like a minor.
Facts.
As opposed to like an Asiatic.
Facts. And as a bless you, as a you contribute to this game. You pay into it with your taxpayer dollars
Every day.
Yeah.
Nonstop all day.
So
Everything you do.
let's look at this. So you're okay with paying into it. You're okay with receiving benefits, but you're not okay with playing the game of politics to actually get billion and $1 million contracts because that somehow makes you working with the devil, right?
And even the ones who not okay with it, they still doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And even the ones who aren't doing it, because I know some who say they don't do it, they don't pay taxes. Granted, does that not mean that we have a say so in the in the tax money?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. Islam, the Moors, I get it, man. We can do that, right? People in Islam's like, oh, we don't do that. We don't pay the queen, and cool. Granted.
I understand.
So now, with that being said, do we not apply for any of this funding? Do we not tap into this funding? Do we not tap into the Federal Reserve? If we know that it's fraudulent and we know all these things, if we know that we know
capped.
all this, right?
It's capped.
The no gold standard, the money,
Yeah.
the dollar bill is falling. Granted.
Facts.
Now, us who do know that, do we actively not position ourselves to be better stewards of the taxpayer dollars?
It's a good question.
Or do we just continue to let the people that we say are bad stewards over the energy that people are putting into,
That's right.
and continue to let them be
To be stewards.
bad stewards over the energy that our body of people? Because mind you, even if we don't do it, it's still happening.
It's
That's
going
the
to
thing.
happen.
People are paying taxes every day,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
And even those who say they
There are
don't do it
pools
no
of
more.
money that are going to get allocated to specific places.
Every
that
day.
You're not going to, your feelings aren't going to stop that process. So
Facts.
the question you need to ask yourself as a responsible man, responsible Asiatic, is how do I put myself in position to tap into those resources and redistribute that money to my people and my projects? That's what a man would do. That's what men who come to this country seeking power think like. That's the first question.
That's what everybody's doing it but us.
Exactly.
Everybody's doing it but us.
Exactly.
It's because it's a part of what you're paying into.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody understands you are paying and contributing to the development of your own community.
Facts, bro.
That's what banks are for.
Yeah.
That's what institutions are for. That's
Yeah.
what nonprofits, businesses.
Yes, sir.
Right. That's what these things are for. That's a business is a limited liability corporation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's an LLC. You
Yes,
know
sir.
what I'm saying? Like we are actively paying into the funding that goes towards developing our city, state, country, county, etc.
Yes, sir.
But do we have actual plans of how this same money can be used to better our community? Do we?
Yeah.
We pay into it, but do we actually have a plan of how we
Plans,
can use it and
projects.
how it can benefit our community?
Absolutely.
Most of us don't.
No.
So let's do that.
Thank you. Let's do that, but we don't because we don't think like that because we think like we think like children. We think like minorities. We think like minorities. Minorities don't bring projects to the table. They expect benefits from the people who run from mommy and daddy.
But I was thinking about that. I was meditating on that today. As Asyr, our real job is to be the fathers of the universe and the fathers
Yes,
of
sir.
civilization.
Yes, sir.
That is Asyr. That is Asyr. Agriculture is saying no. We're gonna have to spank y'all. We're gonna have to create some discipline.
Facts.
We're gonna be fathers. No, this isn't fun. No, it's not cute. No, it's not all giggly. No, it's not the most trendy thing. No, it's not the most coolest thing right now. No, it's not the most flashiest thing right now.
Yeah.
But guess what? This is foundational stuff. This has to happen.
Yeah. That's right.
Somebody has to do it. It's going to
That's
get
right.
done. Somebody has to do this.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why not us?
Why not us? It's our birthright, and it's our job, and it's prophesized. But I want to go back to, you said something last week about politics, about the people who hate the people who don't like politics are the ones that don't play You remember the quote you said? It was
we don't do politics. We play politics.
But it was, remember the quote? It was
most
a bar.
people
It was
who
a bar.
most people who don't like politics are people who don't do politics and people don't understand politics.
Thank you. Yeah.
People don't really actively understand the dynamics and don't care to put their time, attention, energy into it.
There we go.
Which I understand, which is most of us, because I get it. It's like I can put my time, attention, energy into this, and then be let down by the process, and be frustrated by the process, be frustrated that it doesn't go the way I want it to go, be frustrated that I still see unfairness happening and inequalities happening in the political system.
Yeah.
You know? So I understand.
I understand. I understand.
'Cause that doesn't fix it.
It
That's
doesn't.
what I'm saying. It doesn't. And nothing gets fixed from just being mad at it.
Thank you. And also, like, as a king, as a god, as administrator, you can't just ignore power. You can't. You can't just not deal with the people who run the fucking world. You cannot do that.
Yeah, we can throw temper tantrums and say politics is cap and politicians are liars.
And I've been. I've been there.
But it's juvenile.
It is.
It's juvenile.
It is.
And I think it's time for us to grow up and accept it. We got to stop being juvenile.
Absolutely.
We're not in our 20s no more.
Thank you.
We're stepping into the 30s, and then we're going to go into our 40s, which means we're going to be a part. Somebody's going to be a part of making these decisions in the country, in the state. Right. Somebody's going to be a part of actually the whole decision making.
Absolutely.
Somebody's going to have to think about what are we going to do with $100 billion annually.
Facts.
Somebody's going to have to propose a budget to the governor. Somebody's going to propose a budget to Congress and to Senate. So you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Somebody's going to have to actually sit down and go through the USA numbers. Somebody's going to have to actually run this country. Somebody's going to have to run our state.
Yes, sir.
It's going to happen.
While this country, as of right now, is running. It's being administered and it's running. People are getting paid. Taxes are being paid. Tax dollars are being redistributed to projects, corporations, and businesses, and government bodies, other government bodies. Period.
Even if Babylon crumbles, even if the entire system shuts down, there will have to be some sense of order and structure.
Man. Thank you.
Even if this whole thing shuts down today, there will have to be some type of order and structure.
Exactly.
Especially when we're dealing with, like, once again, scale, grow up. America's hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Absolutely. And this brings us back to that conversation we had months ago about what does the transition looks like? What does it look like between the kingdom and USA? You know what I'm saying?
It's a transition.
It is a transition. Yeah. And how do you transition from one point to another? Bridge.
Yes, Islam. And that's what I've created. That's what I was going to say. I mean, a plug to Asyr's
Bridge.
Yeah. You want me to build on it for a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. No, yeah.
I mean, it's essentially what I'm learning is that the number one reason that, well, not the number one reason. The number one reason, of course, is institutional racism, violence. You know what I'm saying? Racism, institutional racism, out the gate. Number one reason why men who classifies white have been in control of the CDFA.
Yeah.
Well, a part of that, when we say that word, a part of what that makes it is they are able to keep the information circulated amongst their own networks.
Yeah.
And like you said, also on the flip, when it comes to us, we don't necessarily at scale. This isn't no slight, but at scale, we're not well versed into the bills and the laws and the legislature that happens within our state and within our country.
Yeah,
at scale, if you go outside and ask the average Asiatic man, Asiatic woman, do you know about the Farmer Equity Bill? Most of them don't. Do you know about the California legislative? Do you know about executive reports? Do you know about executive orders from the president? Most black people at scale don't know.
And to be honest, I didn't before I met you.
And I didn't before I joined this advisory committee.
So we got to be fair with our people, bro. Yeah. And it wasn't like
it's no slight.
And it was no slight. You know, a part of it was just I didn't grow up in this world. There's that. So let's be 100% honest. And also, I was of the mentality of like, oh, that's their shit.
That's their exactly.
No, that's as simple as it is. It's just that's their shit. Oh, that's their shit.
Yeah.
But It's not.
It's not.
It's mine.
It's a part of
ours.
Shit. It's our shit.
We pay into it.
We have already paid into it our entire lives.
Yes.
And we will always pay into
Facts.
it our entire lives. We will keep paying to it.
So, as someone who previously, I was calling myself a god body, you know what I'm saying? Calling myself a god. But at the same time, I was acting like a minority in dealing with the administrators of this country. Acting like it's something over there. Because at the end of the day, it's like you run the show.
Administrator is how you really run business.
Facts.
Businesses run through administration.
Facts.
Business is not run through visionary. Visionaries are visionaries, and that's a part
It's one part
of the company. But there's a CEO and there's a CFO.
A CEO and a COO.
And a COO.
Facts. That's
Right?
right.
There's one who has a vision and has ideas and said what future. There's one who says, how do we actually make this thing really run? What is it going to really take? And what does the COO do?
Make sure that shit happens. Maps it out.
Right?
Builds the processes and procedures and builds out the administrative infrastructure to build that. To execute. It's execution.
Yeah.
It's execution.
I know, like, a show I've been watching, I've been enjoying, that really kind of, tapped in with me was that show,
Billion?
Succession. Not Billion.
Succession. Yeah.
Succession was a cold show because
Is it over now?
Yeah, this season's over. Just the concept of like, what does it take to really run a mega business?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when we have the paradigm that anytime it comes to like Asiatics talking about running big business or having a lot of land or doing big things, it's like it's like basically once like you said, like that's for them.
It's for them.
Like why can't we collectively run multi-billion-dollar businesses? And then what does it take to do that? It takes a big ass boardroom of people.
Yeah.
You can't run it with 5 people.
No, man.
You can't run it with 10 people. It's going to take 30, 40 people at the top level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a squad of people. So I guess that's just my mindset of like seeing. And mind you, that's carry over to the government because even if we just completely burn down the whole thing, we're going to have some type of governing body.
Yeah.
We're going to have to have some type of structure.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of people who are skill set in our.
I'm glad we're having this conversation, bro. Let's think about this.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, and
I'm tired of it, bro.
Is the whole
it's delusion?
Cool. No, let's be real. Is the whole thing gonna burn down at one time? No.
Even if it does, once again, we're not ready for that. I'm tired, bro. We're not ready for that.
No, but
if the government if they shut the government down, or is the metaverse going to
what government? If the federal government?
I'm just exactly right. If
the state, bro.
Right, exactly.
The government is not one thing.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm really trying. You get what I'm saying, bro?
It's
something is going to run.
The county is if we shut down the federal, is they going to shut down the state?
That's right.
If they shut down the state, are they going to shut down the county? If they shut down the county, they're going to shut down the district.
Boom. You get my point, right?
The city.
You get my point.
They're going to shut down the water grid. If they shut down the government, they're going to shut the water grid down and electric grid down.
So let's be real. But my main point is like there's no lights off to this kingdom, lights on for this one. That's not what it looks like. It is transitory, as if something diminishes, one piece of infrastructure diminishes over here, and another piece rises while the whole administration takes place. It's a bridge, bro. It's a bridging.
So yeah, I mean, that's how we got here, right?
Thank you.
I was talking about Asyr. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for pulling me back in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because Asyr's bridge is essentially bridging the gap between what is actually going on a state and on a federal level.
Yeah.
And then bringing that to our people who do urban and do this. And it's no slight. I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
I represent a very small micro farming and small scale farming and very small scale farming and urban farming. And what I want to do is just bring as much support as possible as we are in the process. We spent a year going through the CDFA and going through what is equity, and now we have programs that specifically are going to be focused on us underserved communities and Black Indigenous people of color, et cetera, after a year. And how do we mentally prepare and get our affairs in order to prepare for this funding as a collective people and put projects together to prepare for this, so that way when it comes, number one, we are prepared, and then people are able to access it, and then number two, now we can continue to push that conversation forward and implement, putting more pressure to get more.
That's right.
To say this wasn't enough, we need more, because that's the energy. Anything that is being distributed on the federal state level is by no stretch enough money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's by no stretch
especially
enough.
as it pertains to our community.
We're banging on that. We're hanging on that.
Yeah.
This is cool, but this isn't enough.
That's right.
But we have to distribute it and give it to the people and make sure that every people have projects and things that actually can apply for and actually be implemented.
Receive this money.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
In order for us to actually do it.
That's right.
And then move forward. And once again, we all have to continue to have a long-term vision. So Asyr's Bridge is like, hey, this is not going to be a magic wand. We're not going to fix racism in a year.
No.
We're not going to change an infrastructure that thrives on circulating hundreds of millions of dollars to white men in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
No.
This is a full infrastructure. This is a full stakeholders, political bodies, businesses, food banks, landowners, land tenure, crops, food producers. It's a whole ecosystem that has been around for 100 years, that has ran effectively and efficiently on employing Hispanics to do the work and being owned by white men and leaving everybody else to fend for themselves.
Absolutely.
That's how the agriculture system works. And we want to address that.
Facts.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
You can't just have, and most of the people who do work are not having fair wages, not treated with respect, not treated as proper.
No. They're treated like
employees.
They're treated like slaves.
Definitely,
straight up. I think I've had this conversation.
And we're fighting for that. We're fighting for that too. Let's be very clear.
Like,
we are fighting for that as much as we're fighting for the black man don't have no land. We're also here trying to make sure that our Hispanic, and once again, me, North, Central, South, our Latino, our Hispanic brothers, and our, whatever the case.
Yeah,
get equity as much as we need equity. We all need equity.
They get exploited because you got to
exponentially.
And let's look at the game here. You got to look at the game, right? So you got people who they take advantage of the lower standard of living in Mexico, and then so the game that people play when you're living at a certain standard and you have an opportunity to come to a country to make more money relative to what you were in your former country, then yes, it's rational for you to make that move. You're not thinking the game of, how does this affect the overall labor market in the country I'm going to? Because you're trying to fucking survive. Right, so it's not people.
And
always
a lot of them, they get sold a lie. They get sold a dream and a concept that's not true.
Yeah,
which is most,
Yeah. So you have So a lot of people try to make sides of they're enemies for coming over. No, they're not enemies. They're human beings who want to survive. That's it. That's it. And because they are in survival mode and want to support their families, they're not thinking about, how does this affect the labor market in the United States of America? No, they don't give a fuck. And I understand that completely because they want to live.
Yeah.
Right.
And the ones who do want to move forward and do want to navigate and do want to go from a laborer to an owner, once again, this same ecosystem thrives on making sure that that's not really possible to do.
Exactly.
Like the system is rigged. The system is. We are not here to say it's not racist and it's not clearly designed for us to lose. We know as Asiatic men, we have the least amount of land in the whole country.
Yeah.
We are the number one, and this is not our own idea. This is the actual report. We are the number one underserved of everybody.
Yeah, facts.
We are the most underserved. We have the least amount of land,
facts.
The least amount of agriculture. We are less than 1% of the entire agricultural industry.
Facts. And
so yeah, we're going to definitely. It's time for we are here. So we got to change that.
That's okay. So that's our reality. When we have no land, we have no equity. We're not a part of the farm workers. We're not by any stretch. We are not a part of the agricultural industry in this country right now. So that's our reality. And then the reality of the migrant farm workers is they have a different reality. It's we have an opportunity to come over here and make some money. They're not thinking about our experience. So what the master, the white corporate landowners, they play us against each other because they know we're playing completely different games,
Definitely.
and then they
Exactly.
pit us against each other.
Exactly.
And it has nothing to do with like one thinking better. It's just like, no, we're playing different games, and then what they're allowed to do is pit us against each other and then exploit both sides to maintain power, dominion, and control.
Exactly.
That's the game.
And also
that's why it's hard to defeat, because you can't they keep the bottom barrel minorities fighting each other.
Definitely.
Period.
Because they do that by telling us that we're the bottom barrel minorities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also what they also love to do is have the Asiatic man be the face of whatever thing they're campaigning, and leave the Asiatic man out of whatever it is they're campaigning, and then everybody else benefits. And the Asiatic man is usually the last to get anything.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Because once again, we have the least access to the industry.
Facts.
So we don't have the technical assistance. We don't have the initial funding. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have the tax consultants. We don't have the legal consultants to help us set up our agricultural businesses correctly. The agriculture structure is different than any other business structure. It's its own tax bracket. It's its own thing. Most of us don't know that.
Facts.
Most of us don't have no understanding of the knowledge of the agriculture industry.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then most of us, once again, most of us aren't able to actually expand into a rural to be able to actually apply for real money.
Yeah.
Most of us aren't able to really do rural, so most of us stay urban.
No, hell no.
And they just now started an urban something. They haven't even have no urban. There's been no urban money. They just approved a urban agricultural program, but the program is not out yet. This program has not been developed. There is no urban. As of right now, there is no actual urban agricultural program. They're going to create one.
Yeah.
And when they create one, we're going to see. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to do my best to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as of right now, I'm just on the outside looking in, just advising. And right now, I'm just learning and communicating, and then communicating back to my people.
Yeah.
And that's all Asyr's Bridge is like. Ultimately, just like, hey, this is what's going on, and this is and also now that I'm in the industry, now I'm able to have a general awareness like outside entities as well, different lobbyists and agrarian trust and CFJC and CAF.
We can't use CFJC,
California Farmer Justice Collaborative. And now I'm learning about what they got going on.
Yes, sir.
And they're working towards building a better relationship with the California Department of Food and Agriculture. So I got a meeting tomorrow with both of them because this California Farmer Justice Collaborative is going to get that just due.
Yeah.
They put too much work in to not really get the just due they deserve from the CDFA.
Facts, bro.
So now that's coming.
Facts, bro.
And
we are learning firsthand that the attitude of hating white people wholesale because they run this country you could have that attitude. It's not going to get you anywhere right now in present time. It's not going to get you anywhere. No, you could have an honest
objectively. Where's it gotten us?
Nowhere. It hasn't gotten us. It's gotten us into a realm of non-productivity and an inability to administer large swaths of money. Period. So, and I say it coming from this. We call it. You and we've labeled this. This is the 100% opposition mentality, but that removes you from reality.
That removes you from reality.
That removes you from reality.
Which I understand.
And you can't do that.
That's how we feel.
That's how we feel.
I understand that's how you feel.
But you can't have this attitude if you want power. Period. You can't.
Scale.
You can't ignore. If you want power, you can't ignore power. If you want to acquire power, you cannot confront the real power. Period. And we talked about this earlier this week. Is like they're at the core of this 100% because even though I'm still oppositional, bro, I'm still a rebel. You feel me? Like I'm still like who I am. I'm still Adam X, bro. But at the end of the day, we were talking about at the core of this oppositional mindset. It's fear. Niggas fear white people. Right.
And watch, we have, it's funny because I was at the barbershop and one of the elders, he brought that up, like, you niggas, something around the regards of like, you niggas is cool with white people now. Like, look what they in my generation. They was, it was hanging like basically, I ain't never gonna be cool with white people. I don't care, like, and it's like I
understand.
I get it, man.
I understand.
I understand.
But
so what's our alternative?
Thank you.
right? Mind you, because like I said, if there's an alternative where we learn how to do, because I'm for scale. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't. We can't like. Not like I'm gonna say it. We can't. The metaverse isn't scale. These things
Facts.
aren't scale.
Facts.
All these things that people are saying let's do to make a lot of money is not scale.
Facts.
This is things that is going to take a tiny percent of people to be able to. In order to thrive in these different things that are going to require people's time, attention, and energy. It's going to take a lot of energy and time and attention and mental power to study and dive into and educate yourself on. And then as we're diving into it, only a small percentage of people are going to actually thrive from these things.
Facts.
As opposed to this mega big industry where in reality, the more people get in, the more we can actually create the infrastructure, and the more we can actually expand, and the more we can actually do in reality.
And let's be real, and hire people.
And build it and build.
Yeah,
and build infrastructure.
Yeah. If you're not hiring people and you're not feeding people, you're not nation building. You're not building. It's not scale. It's not scalable. It's not.
It's not scalable.
No.
You know why it's not scalable? Because as of right now is pure. Mind you, let me be very clear. I'm not saying don't pay attention or apply it to your life, because one of the reasons I'm here with the CDFA was because I went digital and I learned how to bring this agriculture industry to the digital arena.
Facts, man.
I'm not in opposition of being digital. My life shows me I'm not in opposition to being digital. We're here on Instagram Live right now.
Facts.
Recording a podcast. So I'm not in opposition of being digital.
But you can't eat digital food, bro.
I'm not. I'm just not. It's just where is the direction of our attention going? And where's the direction of our energy going? And where is the direction of this country going? And where's the direction of money going? Because as much as people acting like the stores aren't running out of food, I'm watching that stores are running out of food, bro. Are you paying attention? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
This is really happening, bro.
Exactly.
This is year 2 of a pandemic.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have no land. We don't have, our food system is slowly like deteriorating in front of our very eyes, bro.
Yeah.
We still have food deserts in front of us. We're still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like I like the word you used earlier. You called it magic wand. Like this whole change it's not like instant. It's deterioration. It's where there was less and less and less and less groceries, or we'll use the metaphor of products at the market, and then eventually now there's none. But you didn't really feel it when it was 0, because it went from 10 to 2 to 1 to 0, 10 to 5 to 2 to 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The best way to cook something
boiling
is
frog.
Right, slowly.
That's right. Yeah, turn the heat up. Absolutely.
We're going to push this in front of you niggas, and we're going to slowly take this away. We're going to make sure you niggas think about this and think about this and all these things. So this future. And mind you, I get it. I'm not in opposition. But just like make people focus on this concept of a future. Yeah. And out of FOMO. It's mainly FOMO.
Facts.
FOMO. Agriculture ain't FOMO. Agriculture ain't get in now or miss out.
No.
Agriculture is, this is what's happening. This is going to always happen. It's going to be here. It's going to be here. People going to eat food forever and ever and ever. We're going to need houses and food, and we're going to have forests. We're going to have land. We're going to have medicine. We're going to need IT. There is no FOMO with agriculture.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There is no FOMO. It's boring, old-fashioned, grueling, real work that builds nation that the whole world needs. And America sells food to the world, and that's the part that is going back to like what is America's most powerful bonds, right? The 30-year notes and like the 10-year notes, which is the mortgage, right?
Yeah.
What is the foundation of mortgage? Building houses.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What's the foundation of building houses? Agriculture.
Wood.
The USDA.
Facts.
The USDA, NHS.
Facts.
And this is our most prized note, the 30-year note, 10-year bonds, right? Like, you feel me? Mortgage is the biggest, like the most safest, biggest part of our bond market. So all the banks, what makes them the richest is more housing.
I understand.
And commodities.
Facts, man.
And we still act like commodities isn't the foundation of the entire stock market.
Absolutely.
It's still commodities. Commodities
Yeah.
are not. Commodities are still commodities.
You're trading
bro.
agriculture. Yeah, facts. You're trading agriculture when you're trading.
Commodities are still commodities, bro. And just how much of us are investing into the commodities?
Yeah, you made a good point. It's just like you said, administration. It's boring, but administration is what runs the world. That's
Commodities are boring.
Yeah,
it's not cute. It's not cute.
And that's real. A king is chief administrator because he determines where the resources go, and he runs the administrative infrastructure of a country. So people talking all this king and god cap, right? They talking it, but they don't really understand what that entails.
Administration.
Yeah. Facts.
A lot of it.
Facts.
A whole lot of administration.
All administration, bro. All administration. All administration. But no.
Delegation. Administration.
You turn this god into like, oh, I'm gonna be a king god. I'm just gonna tell niggas what to do. Period.
I'm just gonna pop shit.
I was gonna pop shit. I was gonna look a certain way, rock certain clothes, and pop shit.
Pop shit.
And then you build a whole internet personality around this, and then you try to monetize your personality.
Which I get is brilliant. It works. It works for you.
For you as an individual.
It worked. Yeah.
You cannot build.
It's just not scale.
With a bunch of niggas doing this shit, you ain't building a kingdom. You're building egos on the internet.
Everybody on YouTube who growing food, bro.
Facts.
If everybody's on YouTube,
facts.
Who's focused on figuring out how we're gonna get on?
Facts.
If everybody's in the metaverse, like when I said the focus. Who's focused?
Facts.
On figuring out how we're going to get land and how we're going to grow food and how we're going to scale and how we're going to employ people.
Absolutely. It's a good question. Yeah.
And mind you, I'm okay with it. Guess what?
That's our job. It's my job.
Well, that's our job.
That's our job.
And I'm okay.
That's our job.
Just know why we built a Sears Bridge. Yeah. Know why we created a podcast. Yeah. Know why we're putting things in place.
Facts.
Know why when you see what's going to happen. Yeah. Know why it happened. And one of the things that we say are happening, trust me, like you said, we got to be mindful of understanding. We can't say too much before.
Yeah, I understand.
Granted. Yeah. But when these things happen and these things come to pass.
That's it.
And these things actually come out to the public of the things that we've been a part of doing. Yeah. Don't look at me surprised.
Yeah. Yeah,
because we've been telling y'all for years.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's not we can't do it overnight. We can't go from here to here in one day or here to here in 1 year.
But there's no overnight in agriculture, bro. Period.
That's the point.
We're demonstrating the process. It's like, we started planting seeds 39 episodes ago. Okay, so in order to show that we're about the psychology of agriculture, we have to show you that a tree doesn't grow overnight. But Facts. You will damn sure see that process, and you're seeing the process right now. So that just shows you we're true to our word and true to the game and true to the process. Which reminds me, we're calling it Asyr's bridge. So in this context, what does Asyr mean?
Agriculture.
Okay.
The father. Agriculture. The highest civilization.
I understand.
Right. This is the bridge into civilization. This is the bridge to California is the leader of agriculture in the country. Yeah. California is the number one. Everything that California does, the rest of the country follows when it comes to agriculture. California was the first to create an equity commission. California was the first to actually pass a bill to address equity. So, that bill that passed, that created the equity, they made the CDFA create the equity office. The equity office now hired Ted Rittenhouse. Ted Rittenhouse went into the equity port. Then from the equity port, they created the Black Indigenous People of Color Advisory Committee. From that, then once your boy, our current president, once he was in office, one of his initial bills,
your boy Biden.
Yeah, one of his first executive orders was the equity bill on a national level, which made the USDA create an equity office, which now the USDA actually went through and cleared a whole bunch of people out and fired a whole bunch of people and kept the main dude, the secretary of the USDA stayed, but they brought
Vilsack, I believe.
Yeah, they brought in the doctor, Dr. Dwayne, brought in a bunch of black people. And then they created
Dr. Dwayne Johnson.
Dr. Dwayne, yeah, exactly. And now they're creating an actual equity office. So
the USDA, which is the Federal Administration.
They have these are bills that are being passed, bro. That is like forcing actual infrastructural change.
Yes.
And review of policy, and review of equity, and review of the distribution of hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yes.
So it's like, are we gonna just disregard? Like, we're gonna just deny that? Oh, that's just this bullshit.
A lot of us are, because a lot of us don't understand what's happening, because it's not overnight.
This
Instagram.
is like you
It's
said.
not
This
overnight
is
Instagram shit, bro.
What's happening is what we is the fall of Babylon or whatever the case we've been saying. The fall of the U.S. dollar. You know, the U.S. dollar has lost like 90% of its value since the 70s, bro.
Oh man, yeah.
And you know, 60% of U.S. dollars aren't in America. America only has 40% of U.S. dollars. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The U.S. dollars is for the rest of the world to make sure. And then what the USA does is they make you have to hold these dollars, which means they make you have to pay taxes on. Let's say we take over your land, and then we say you have to use U.S. dollars, which means you have to buy U.S. dollars from us.
Yeah.
Which means you have to pay us for us to give you U.S. dollars.
Yeah, facts.
And you have to use these.
Yeah.
But now a lot of countries are catching up. They're like, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah.
We're going to use Bitcoin or whatever the case. Granted,
yes.
cool.
Yeah.
So the
El Salvador's on Bitcoin.
Facts.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Yeah, that
so
dude. Shout out to that nigga, man. Nayib Nikele, last name. But yeah.
But the value, agriculture is the value. Agriculture, bunching in America sells food to the rest of the world too. So the value is the value. Even if it's not about the Federal Reserve notes to me. You know what I'm saying? I get inflation. It's about the value of what it is we're doing.
Facts.
Because this is still, America is still one of the most valuable agricultural places on the planet. America is Asyr when it comes to agriculture. America is the leader in agriculture in the world.
Absolutely.
That's not my emotion. This is what it is.
Facts. So within the context, Asyr within the context, I'm talking about like the original Kemet definition. Asyr is what? I know it's God body, but specifically what part of God?
It's the Father.
Okay, understood.
It's the King.
Understood.
Asyr is the King. Asyr is the delegation of the resources. Like you said, it's how do you distribute the resources? It's agriculture.
Absolutely.
It's civilization. It's coming together for a higher purpose. It's Father energy.
Yes, sir.
This is nation building.
Yes, sir.
Agriculture is nation building. Once again, the generator. You put life into your people by agriculture. You put life into your economy. You put life into your everything from agriculture. Like I said, commodities. Like agriculture, the food and the value of the food, the infrastructure, the building, the development of plants, the trusts, the law, the whole aspect of administration comes from agriculture. And then from that administration, now you have the stock market, now you have commodities, now you have investments, now you have our entire concept of a nation and civilization and economy. It comes from agriculture. Banking comes from agriculture. That's how they created river banks. Banks come from river banks. Everything comes from agriculture. Farming, seeding, everything. Everything you can think of, it comes from agriculture.
Yeah, you're right.
So this is the bridge until I'm going to give my people information and let them know about what's really going on through bills, through laws, through these reports. To understand, hey, so I'm gonna give you bite-sized stuff that's like, hey, I'm not gonna overdo it, but I'm gonna just give my people things where like you can take a couple of days and like really sit with
let
this.
it digest. But let's be objective and honest with ourselves. It's like we weren't talking like this until we got hands-on experience. We didn't have any concept of this until you went to the advisory boards, the equity office of the CDFA.
Well, that's not well. Mind you, remember I wrote a book about Introduction to Organic Gardening that went in depth of how racist the USDA is,
Understood.
and how racist California is when it comes to agriculture, and how much little bit of access we have to land as a people, which is why we need to learn how to grow food so we can take this step towards getting into collectively stepping into power. So that was why I was recommended to be with the CDFA for the work I was doing and for the book I wrote already about how racist this all is.
Yes, sir.
And why we need to learn how to grow food in the first place.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? That's why I pop shit, because like I'm there because I know what I'm talking about.
Facts.
Because I was speaking on this shit before I was at these tables, before I was a part of actually implementing the change in the CDFA and the USDA. I was talking about this shit.
Yeah.
In the height of a pandemic. So that's why it's like, man, like sell out, you know what I'm saying? Or like cap, like niggas know. Niggas can go download this free book right now and read this book that I wrote before I had any type of relationship with the CDFA.
That's right. Yes,
and I've been saying this shit. We've been saying this shit.
That's right.
We've been saying this shit. Like you said, this shit ain't new to us.
Yeah. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm just like, because we get our hands dirty now we're farmers, bro. Like, let's be 100%. Like, we are in the industry now. So I'm like, for someone who's not currently involved in even farming or gardening, get their hands dirty, and they're hearing us talking about, budgets to the USDA, how do, outside of presenting this information to them wholesale like we are doing right now, how do we I think we've had this conversation before, is how do we make it really relevant to them? Because when you were talking CDFA, I was listening to you, but it didn't become real to me until I went and actually visited Sacramento, and I went to Sacramento and saw 300 acres
exactly
that could be purchased with taxpayer dollars,
and that's that ain't shit.
I understand that.
The president of the CDSFA has 9,000 acres.
I understand. So I think
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
9,000, bro.
Yeah, the solution.
9,000.
The solution to the dilemma that we're in is like, okay, yeah, we could present this information, but at the end of the day, like we need to have some land. We need to show people land.
Well, step one, I'm gonna tell people
Land.
is take a drive. Hell yeah, take a drive from LA to like Sacramento, up through through Central Valley. Take a day. Take off 1-2 days, right? Rent you a car and drive from LA to Sacramento in the Central Valley, and just pay attention to the hours and 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 hours of just land, bro.
It's agriculture.
Of just farmland for hours. For hours.
It's all agriculture.
For hours.
It's insane.
For hours.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's gonna, like, mind you, that definitely made me have to be like, dang. And then also I wrote a book that's for free, me and Dr. Ross, where I'm going to go in depth.
Dr.
Sheridan Ross, the founder of the Conflict Community Garden. We wrote a book together. He teaches Introduction to Organic Gardening for free every single summer and winter. And I recorded him, and then me and other people from the garden transcribed his book, and I made graphics, and I actually turned this manuscript into an actual graphical book with pictures and colors and graphics and everything. And that book goes in depth of the history, the real holistic history of agriculture. It breaks down who Asyr is, what Asyr is. It talks about ancient Rome. It talks about ancient Egypt. It talks about Native American history. It talks about understanding agriculture is getting us in line with the universe. Agriculture is actually getting us in line with time. Agriculture has been removed from us because once we collectively do agriculture, we're going to be in our right minds, because we're going to be back in the harmony of nature. We're not going to be dependent upon these Greco-Roman times. And the only reason these Greco-Roman times was even created was to get them in Rome back in their own time, and because they had been thrown off on the calendar, and he had to go to Tom Mary, and while he was in Tom Mary, he was there. Then he came back to Rome, and then he brought some Egyptian astrologists, some Kemetic astrologers to Rome to help him create an actual new calendar. So even our Gregorian calendar is still loosely based off of the Medu Nature. And this is not my opinion. This is not my rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? This is clear empirical data. Our concept of a time is based off of something that was created in Rome, that was created with the assistance of Tom Mary right now.
Yes, sir.
So you get what I'm saying? Like, this is being us. We created the calendar.
Yes, sir.
So like agriculture is like, we got to get back in alignment. There's a reason we've been removed from it, because that they switched the economy. When people want to talk about slavery, but 50, 100 years ago, 60 years ago, we were still agriculture. Okay. Once we shifted from agriculture to going to college and getting good jobs and all, and working in the industry and working in the factories, that's when the family dynamic left.
Damn.
Because when we was farming, we was working as a family.
Facts.
And when we stopped farming, we started working as a family. Then when men go to work and women stay home.
Facts.
Right? And then that shifted to, okay, women go to college and get you some good money, and then the man, you don't got no job. Then that shifted to now women saying, okay,
women are
Cosmopolitan. And mind you, the writer of Cosmopolitan, she wrote a book admitting she feels bad knowing that she sold a lie.
Damn.
The owner, you can read this up.
No. What'd she say? Yeah, I haven't heard about this.
Admitting that their magazine was promoted to keep women single because they know single women spend the most money.
Ooh.
Because there's no discipline. There's no she wrote a book about it, bro.
Damn.
She wrote a whole book about it.
Good for her. Good for her. It's for taking responsibility.
It's facts. Single women spend the most money.
Facts.
Single women spend more money than anybody else. by a long shot. There's no discipline, there's no structure, there's no accountability.
Yeah, there's no
to do whatever you want to do.
You can do whatever you want.
Right, on different.
No, that's
nothing
what
wrong
it
with
is.
that.
There's
But
no-
it's just when you have a structure, you have a structure.
Well, what does that look like at a civilization level when you have whole swaths of women operating in this
It
mentality?
looks like no economy.
Facts.
It looks like everybody making everybody else richer.
yeah,
Because it looks like no producers. Because the producers are right, wrong, or different than men.
yeah.
And families are producers. Every business is a family name.
Yeah.
If you don't have no families, then we don't got no families. If we don't have no families, we don't have no business.
Nah. This is
We don't have no community.
This is getting deep. Yeah, I never thought about the tie from leaving agriculture to the destruction of the family itself, bro.
Definitely.
Oh my
It was
God.
exponential.
Oh my God.
There's a
Yeah,
dude,
man.
Dr. Jarwanza Kunjufu, who talks about that, and
Damn.
he has a whole lecture called "The Destruction of Black Boys." It's called the conspiracy against black boys, and like school system is set up to where in the third grade kindergarten through third grade is interactive and it's engaging. Fourth grade is they know that at 9 years old, your mind as a black boy, you are more active. So telling a black boy to sit down for 6 hours, it goes against his very nature as a creative, high energetic kid. So what they do is they demonize you for being yourself, or they put you on meds, say you got ADD, ADHD.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
his book breaks down that
or
the way
they label you remedial.
they put you in the retarded class.
Facts.
Definitely.
Facts.
You know, and so what they do is they realize that's the greatest way to get the black man is at 9 tell him, oh, you dumb, and the girls who can sit down for 6 hours at a time, you a good girl.
Yeah.
And then tell a boy, if you don't able to sit down like a girl for 6 hours, and you're a bad boy.
Yeah.
So now you getting boys who feel like in order to maneuver and navigate through this environment, I have to conduct myself
As a female.
In order to, and mind you, most teachers aren't male. We don't have
No,
most
hell
of our
no.
teachers aren't
No.
masculine men.
No, I never had a man.
Right,
No.
like a masculine man.
Nah.
So therefore, you only get what you see.
Wow.
And then most of us, of course, we have crushes on our teachers.
Yeah.
So of course, we want to start the performance base. We want to be good, so she can acknowledge us and validate us.
Fact.
And we want to be good, so the other girls can, so we can acknowledge them. And or the ones who do want to be quote unquote bad, you're only being bad to get attention from the good girls.
Yeah.
But when the boys who quote unquote be bad, what do? You get demonized, you get punished. So it's a pathology. So basically, what he explains is that is the way to destroy the Asiatic boy mind as early. But we only got to that point of where now we got a lot of our kids sitting in these schools because we left the agriculture industry to go get jobs, and as we went to go get jobs, if you out getting a job, what you gonna do with your kid? If you out working for the Caucasian and working for the white man, then what are your kids doing? You can't be working for the white man with your children like in agriculture. Agriculture, everybody outside,
Everybody's
we getting
working,
it,
bro. Yeah.
We all outside. We all got a bit of business. We ain't got to send our kid to school for what? We gonna teach our kid.
He's
don't
gotta
need to
work.
go to school. We got a
That's a
farm.
body. That's a body. Yeah, absolutely.
Nigga ain't go to school. Nigga,
what?
sit
Nah.
your, what you mean?
Yeah.
You go to college maybe after we good, when we
Yeah.
get our shit together.
That's real,
And
man.
you hit 18, 19, and you want to go off and get more information and bring it back to the community. Yeah, off top. But like on some like, go sit down, you 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you go sit down for 6 hours while we go work? Nah,
Hell no.
that shit
No.
started in 1900s.
Yeah.
And so when all your parents is out at working at a factory for the man, that for the white man, because there wasn't no black owned factories at scale.
No.
At scale.
No.
Right? Then now these kids is in public school, and guess who's teaching the public school? The white women.
Yeah, white women.
Right, and then guess who's writing the books? Rockefeller admitted, yeah, this, like he said, like, no, I don't want race thinkers, nigga.
No.
I'm gonna raise more factory workers.
Facts. I want
For my
slaves.
monopoly.
Yeah, facts.
So this is not, once again, it's not rhetoric. But once again, the shift from agriculture to the industrial age, and then the shift from the industrial age to the digital age.
Yeah. Wow.
When
Which is what we're
Visa
in
then
right
ran
now.
it up,
Yeah.
because Visa is a bunch of banks who realized, man, what, nigga, we can run it up, nigga. We can come together, make a conglomerate, and then we don't even have to give niggas dollar bills no more,
Facts.
bro. We can just make this shit be all digital.
Facts.
Give this nigga a piece of a car and create a
Facts.
bank account, nigga. And they cut
Damn.
debit card.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And we can keep the gold.
Yeah.
And these niggas is gonna be okay with literally swiping plastic cards.
Playing a game. Just swipe it. Wow. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah, I knew what we were doing was important, but I never put two and two together. In fact, it's well, we said it. Agriculture is the foundation of civilization.
Civilization.
No, but I never took that to agriculture itself as the foundation of family. Because,
Definitely.
wow, yeah,
Definitely.
your livelihood comes from the ground.
Definitely.
Wow.
As opposed to now you go work for the man whose livelihood comes from the ground.
That's
and they
right.
employ you.
That's right.
They getting it. They out here getting it. They working with the nature.
Facts. So let's be honest with ourselves. As long as we're not, as the family is disengaged from nature, it's not going to be operating at its highest self. Period. It's not going to be.
Period.
And that's also why I get the most satisfaction with going in the land with my children.
Definitely.
I understand.
You
now.
teaching them kindness in the garden.
Facts. And teaching them the life cycle and teaching them literally the foundation of civilization. Yeah. Those are some heavy bars, man. Yeah, super. And it's like, I mean, you and I have both concluded and have known this, that we are not going to ascend to the next level without agriculture. It's not like the whole cute Instagram digital bullshit exclusively. That's not going to cut it anymore.
As the forefront.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think it's a phenomenal compliment too.
Yeah.
My life shows that.
Facts.
It's a great compliment.
Mine too.
Yeah, yours does too.
Yeah.
I think it's like I'm not here to say it doesn't have a role.
Yeah.
And it's not valid.
Yeah.
And it's not imperative that we tap into it. I'm just want to advocate for it to not be our
forefront.
focus, because there's this whole real world that's happening.
Yeah. Facts.
And there are people who are running this real world. And
Facts.
this is cool, but we're not going to do this to get power.
Facts.
To get political power.
Facts. And let's think about this, is it's very easy for the digital lifestyle to be at the forefront because it's always at your fingertips. It's always in your pocket. So I understand why people have put this at the forefront, because it's easy, accessible. It's more accessible than 300 acres of land, for example. It's more accessible than land itself. So that's the game.
It's our favorite thing it's niggas' favorite pastime.
Facts. It's
Niggas' favorite pastime is I made it. I'm on. Look at me.
Facts.
If you want to be like me, do what I do.
Facts, bro.
Or also, I made it.
Pretty
Look
much
at me. You niggas really can't be like me.
Internet nigga behavior. That's it right there.
And mind you, we know it's not scalable.
Yeah.
Because if it was scalable, it would be scaling.
Yeah.
It's not scalable.
Not at all.
That's all. That's mine. I'm gonna go back to scaling. I'm gonna go back to Asyr. How does this work for 300 million people?
Yeah.
How does this work?
Yeah.
How can we implement this so that 100,000 people can do this simple, easy steps right now?
Absolutely.
How do we do this to where we can impact 100,000, 300, 400,000 people? We can directly impact and scale it to make sure that after we impact these 400,000 people, we can now move forward and impact this 700,000 people. And then we can move forward and impact 3 million people, because that's how they run. That's how this government is being ran.
Absolutely.
How do we delegate money to take care of 100 million people?
Facts. That's how.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how kings think. That's how people who run civilization think. So you can't run civilization thinking about what's individually going to be successful for me. And let's make the. I think
can't run civilization like that.
No, you cannot. No,
you can't run civilization like that.
And
you know how we know? You know how we know?
How do we know?
Because it's not happening.
Thank you.
And these niggas are not nobody's government is being overthrown like that.
No, sir.
No world power is being shifted like that at scale.
No.
At scale, because it's not happening.
No, sir.
And mind you, I'm paying attention. Ears to the streets.
Yeah.
Tapped in.
Absolutely.
Got my young boys joining courses. Got my young boys studying NFT. I'm not in opposition of it. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
not the forefront of my mind.
No.
Because the forefront of my mind is
it's land.
How do we create laws?
Yeah. No, it's land. No,
Yeah.
open your eyes. Like, how do we get land?
How do we get land?
How do we
At
establish
scale.
a base for our freedom? No, there's no. The basis of freedom is land, bro. So if we don't have land and we're talking freedom, we're capping 100%. And from upon it, then we, after that priority is addressed, then we're talking politics and land. But let's be real, we're both here because we understand the primacy of land and land acquisition and doing anything that involves power in this country. Real power.
What we're seeing is they go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Right? Yes, it's the book called Powernomics.
Yeah.
Are you heard of that book, Powernomics?
Yes, sir.
It's a cold book of like
Claude Anderson.
Yeah.
Dr. Claude Anderson.
Yeah, like the Asiatic man doesn't have a real infrastructure.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like a real infrastructure, banking systems, not your own, you feel me? Banking, like a real banking system, hospitals, land, grocery stores, farms, scale,
facts,
political bodies, political parties.
Primary educational system.
Come on.
Yeah.
Scaling,
Scale.
big boy stuff.
Yeah, big boy stuff.
Big boy stuff.
This is all.
We have to build universities, bro.
Yeah, this is all big boy stuff. Big boy stuff.
And it's not going to happen overnight.
That's right. No, by no stretch. No. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I can't promise you that it's going to be done next week.
No.
I can't promise you that if you join our online course of how to there's no online course to this, bro.
To building a nation.
You get what I'm saying? No, nigga. Yes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
There is no online course. There is no let's build the world. Let's create equity online class.
Nah.
There is no let's
No, bro.
There is let's change the laws and create bills and put things on the budget.
Create bills and laws to
online workshop
to assess resources. That's it. It's not because we're not writing bills.
I'm being petty, but
I understand.
It's not, man. It's what it is, bro.
But,
we gotta lean into it, man.
We're not. We do.
As Asiatic men, we have to hold each other accountable. We have to be prepared we have to be prepared to engage in at least mental warfare, and at least be engaged, at least be objective and remain objective within ourselves, and not be afraid to also be objective within the climate that we're observing. We're a part of climate. I'm a part of climate. Like you said, I know what it is. I know niggas see what's going on this side.
Yes, they do.
I know niggas see what we doing. I know niggas understand what time it is. We told niggas what time it is. We told niggas what's really going on with this agriculture industry. We told niggas what it really is. And niggas gonna act like they don't see it, and that's fine. Don't act like you don't see it.
That's fine.
But once again, when we get these bills passed, cool.
Okay. Cool.
Me. Cool. Because I never cap.
Cool. And I want to go back. I'm going back.
We never cap.
And the bills passing, it has nothing to do with it being cute and like dick swinging. It has everything to do with accessing resources. That's what people with means. Yeah, people with means do. They have lawyers. They have lobbyists. They have
years.
Relationships with politicians that allows them the avenue through which they could create bills and legislation to access federal resources and state resources to funnel money to their projects that are a part of their empire. That's big boy shit. And this is what we're doing.
And excuse me. And the ecosystem is not only limited to our own projects, making sure that everybody puts a project on the table, making sure that people start preparing projects.
That's right.
Make sure that people I want to make sure that people start to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So we can start preparing projects.
Yeah.
So we can start actively, collectively presenting these are the projects. So that way we can go to these proper channels to get these projects funded.
Yeah. And it's not just USDA, CDFA, Department of Commerce. Like this is how the government works. They don't just give money out to nobody. You have to present a project through that can get funded.
Yeah.
And let's bring about what Brother Roosevelt has told us both about Obama, about how niggas bitched about Obama, didn't do shit, but how many niggas brought Obama projects that he could actually do his political finessery and get that shit passed. For real.
A lot of indigenous people.
Facts.
He did a lot for indigenous people, and we ain't ready for that conversation.
No. I haven't had the conversation. I've only heard it through you. Yeah. So
how much of us have actually taken time to look up what he actually did for indigenous people?
I haven't taken time.
Of course not.
Yeah.
No slight, but you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Niggas like Obama did it for black people. Okay, what did he do for indigenous people?
Yeah.
Back before we realized he was indigenous people.
I understand. And I'm assuming that there was organized bodies of indigenous people that presented him projects. There we go. There's your solution.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. That is how politics works. It is not about your feelings. It is not about your emotions. It is not about it's whatever you put in place to align with whoever is in this position. What are you gonna do to put something in place to align with whatever vibration they got going?
Facts.
That is how that's how the world works.
Yes, sir.
And it's like we have to grow up.
Yeah.
We have to stop being. We have arrested development.
Facts. Ooh,
we have arrested development. Definitely, Asiatics have arrested. We don't want to grow up and be a part of the world. We want the world to. We still want the world to operate on our terms. We still want the world
without power.
Without power.
That's a problem.
Without no way of forcing nobody's hand.
You can't force nobody.
And the people who do try to force their hand, we call them sellouts and call them Mongol Town. The moment they don't do something, the moment some kind of scandal, the moment something happened that we don't like, we quick to say, you ain't nothing. You a sellout. You ain't shit. The moment one of them go get a white girlfriend, or the moment one of them date outside of the race, or the moment one of them you give me the moment something happened. Oh, we knew it. Cool.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, man, it was very natural for us about maybe 2 months ago. For me, we gave Obama his proper respect to now where we're really embodying pretty much.
And people not going to be okay with what we saying either, right?
I
can't believe y'all saying that. Fine.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Look it up. Look at way different these people.
But this is
just look it up.
No.
Objectively.
When you're telling people to grow the fuck up, you can't expect to be liked. You can't expect.
I let go of that, bro.
I
really let what made me let go of that was definitely working in the conflict community garden.
I understand,
and because I started realizing that people who was coming in and like me wasn't really trying to make no work done.
That's real, bro. That's real. Yeah.
And people came to support. People liked the work that was being done and didn't want to help the work being done. Just wanted to come and tap in and be in this cool environment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, I got a lot of work that I got to do.
I got shit I got to do.
We got a whole lot of work we need to get done here to make sure we able to actually do this.
Yeah.
And y'all just want to come and just giggle and be cute here. So at some point, I'm going to be like, nah, like, what are y'all doing? What's up? Like, I thought we came in to work.
That's right.
Like, I get it. Mind you, I spent months in the garden flipping every bed by myself, developing Hood and Healthy, you know what I'm saying, writing Introduction to Organic Gardening, recording after Ross's classes, organizing, structure. I put months into. There's a reason I got an award from the mayor. There's a reason I got an award from the city council.
Yes, sir.
I put a lot of sweat equity into that.
Work.
A lot of straight work into the development of the garden.
Facts.
To make sure that it was prepared and to make sure that it can navigate through a global pandemic.
Yeah.
And to make sure that my community knew that, make sure that we had things in place to be of service to my entire city. When the whole world shut down, we still was able to stay open and still employ young people and still create a safe space for families and still create a safe space for young people and still give people food and still let people come outside and still get people employed and still be a food distribution center and still educate people. Come on, man. So, yeah, I was like, man, fine. Y'all like me? Fine. People who want to come and tap in and wanted to like play with our name. People wanted to come and affiliate themselves with us and wanted to, play around with their affiliation and use our name for clout and then do goofy shit. People want to come in and, you know what I'm saying, act like they want to help us out and all of a sudden do some weird shits over there. Act like I ain't see the weird shit they doing over there when I know that I'm the one who done gave you these ideas. I done put these things together and orchestrated all these type of things and plans and structures and committees, and then I'm seeing people doing the same shit I said we should do for some other nigga way over there. You know what I'm saying? All kind of weird shit was happening. So I was like, man, like, nah, I ain't gonna be like you. I ain't gonna like me, fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Fine, don't like me, but guess what, man? You gotta respect the work that being done.
Facts.
You know I'm out here teaching all kind of classes. Ain't nobody else bringing doTERRA classes. And ain't no nigga to this day, bro. No, name a nigga who teaching doTERRA classes for free to the people at the Compton Kindergarten for free on Instagram Live. I brought doTERRA to the hood, bro. I brought doTERRA to the hood. Stop playing me, man. I brought essential oils to the hood.
This is true.
Ain't no other nigga brought doTERRA to the hood. You can't name a nigga who was bringing doTERRA to the hood, bro.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Come on.
I can't. I understand.
Like real $1 billion companies bringing it to the hood.
Yeah, I understand.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
So no niggas ain't got like me, man.
No, sir. But like I said,
Name a nigga who's. I'm gonna keep going. Hold on, man.
Go ahead.
Name a nigga who was out here feeding kale salads to these teenagers, man, to these old folks, man. We was out here pushing kale salads.
Yes, sir.
To the hood, man. Come on, man. First in the city. Niggas know we was the first in the city pushing kale salads.
That's right.
Fine dining kale salads. First niggas in the city pushing fresh picked organic food.
Yes, sir.
Selling for $5 a bowl. So no, I don't care you niggas like me or not. My paperwork is you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Metaverse. Come on, man. Stop playing with niggas, bro. Let's get some land, bro.
I understand. I understand. But like we've had this conversation, bro.
I had to get that off my chest. Go ahead.
And I'm glad you released that. It felt good on my behalf. So,
yeah, bro, because we doing real shit, bro. I'm tired playing with people, bro.
Real shit. We talking to people who feed people and setting up the infrastructure to feed more people. Like
setting up a whole infrastructure, bro. A whole infrastructure is being at play at work right now, in real time, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And niggas ain't got no lobbyists.
Yeah, bro. And that's fine.
I'll just play. That's chill, fine. Man. They gonna be like, Temu, y'all gotta chill. No, we don't. We ain't chilling.
But not this year.
If y'all watching,
we don't got to. Chilling. We don't got to chill. Fuck it. No, we in fucking mode.
Cause we represent urban. We trying to push the urban, man.
Yeah.
Us urban people need our stuff.
Absolutely.
We need our funding. We need our projects.
Yeah, man.
And you can't tell us just because we ain't talking the way we should be talking that y'all want to talk that we don't deserve our projects being funded. Nah, man, we getting these projects funded.
Facts.
Something got to give.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah, because we're bodying the conversation. Yeah, because no one else has put. I shouldn't say no one else. No, I haven't seen it.
People are, but at scale, bro.
At scale, yeah, not.
We are part of a small percentage of people who pushing this.
Yeah,
that's empirical data. To be very clear.
Yeah. To once again, access federal and state resources to build our communities and to build, because you don't go right from nothing to kingdom. There's steps. Work on your communities first. Build that up. Build that infrastructure up. Learn, build an ecosystem first. Learn how to grow food, and then from that you have a surplus, and then you trade. And it's just, I'm going back to the metaphor of the magic wand. Like niggas have magic wand mentalities, and the instant gratification psychology permeates that, in tangent with arrested development, keeps us operating at a frequency of non-productivity.
Man, come on.
Right?
Come on.
Instant gratification psychology plus arrested development equals living at a level of non-productivity forever. Forever. So this energy that we're bringing right now, which is grow the fuck up energy, it's necessary to get us out of this way of thinking. But also, so we're bringing this energy right now, and this energy in and of itself,
we're bringing that Asyr father.
We're bringing the Asyr energy. We're bringing it, but we're also we're coupling it with works. Let's be real, because in the end of the day, they're gonna see the work. They have seen the work because you put in work, I put in work in our respective communities.
No,
but when they see the real work, when they see acres upon acres of land and bills being passed, that's when, oh shit, these niggas weren't capping after all.
Yeah. When they see grocery stores being built like we said, when they see restaurants being built like we said,
facts, man.
When they see farmers markets being put up like we said, when they see cafes being built like we said,
bro.
When they see us going around providing technical assistance and outreach like we said we was going to do, when they see us putting on all the farmers like they said we was going to do, when they see us creating agriculture institutes like we said we was going to do, when they see our books a part of the mainstream society like we said we was going to do, when they see our books published in Amazon like we said we was going to do.
Yeah, man.
Right, when they see me in these positions and they see us having actual jobs and actually employing people and actually being in positions at these state and these federal levels, like we said we was gonna do.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad you said employment because I was getting ready to pop off on employment.
And we already there.
If you are not hiring and training motherfuckers, you aren't in this time, and you're not making plans to do that. You're just fucking
at least
talking.
making plans, recruiting people.
That's it. At least making plans. But if you're not making plans to hire and train people to provide sustenance and then not having plans to feed people, what are you doing at this point? If you're talking nation talk.
Yeah.
You are fucking talking.
We can't invest.
You're capping.
We can't invest without stable income.
Facts.
We keep wanting to skip over the stable income
Facts,
part.
bro. Facts. Facts.
And we need stable, consistent income first.
A job is it's fixed income. It's stable income.
Especially right now, this is the time where the job market has been attacked heavily during
Super
the
pandemic. Super attacked. Yep.
And who, and that's the coldest part. It's like who, I understand why we want to, like you said, why do we want to run to these things because our people,
what things?
Like run away from like run to like a quick fix.
Instagram shit.
Yeah, because we're also at the bro. We're starving, bro. Nigga, they gave out $1,400 when the last, you give them saying these stimulus checks was like $1,400, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's real, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's real out here. So I get why people like, man, shit. I got $500, bro. I'm throwing it on you thorough, bro. I got $5. I'm gonna get an NFT. I gotta do something. Niggas gotta do. We gotta figure out something.
I'm glad you're.
And that's people energy. Yeah. Like we gotta figure something out.
We gotta do something.
This is what our leaders are saying we should do. This is what people saying is popping.
That's real, bro.
All right, cool. Well, let's do this.
Facts.
And mind you, I get it. I'm okay with it. I made some gains in the market. I make some losses in the market. I made some gains in crypto. I made some losses in the crypto. I made some gains in contracts and options, and I made some losses. And that's a part of investment. So I get it. I'm okay with it. But I also understand that it's not like that. I'm not building my house on that rock. I'm not building my house on that foundation.
Facts.
Right, I'm building my house on we
on land
because on land on long-term plans, because once again that's how we run a nation.
Facts.
When we dealing with state budgets and federal budgets, it's 3, 4, 5 years and at a time. Yeah. At a time, it's 3, 4, 5 years.
Facts.
Ain't no next week at a time. It's nigga. What we talking about today is for the end of this year, next year, the year from there, and then we gonna come back next year and revisit what we gonna go. We got going. What happened last year? What's the money we did with wlast year? Okay, where did we mess up at? What did we do right? What did we do incorrect? Okay, what do we need to do this year? Okay, let's propose that we do this year, and that we fix this for next year, and then let's put this in place so that way next year we can have this in place for 3, 4, 5 years from now. Like that's how you run things.
Absolutely.
You know, you got to have forecast projections and scaling. You have to scale.
Facts.
So a part of Asyr's bridge is like, hey, this is what I'm seeing is how our state is being run and how one of the most biggest parts of our entire life is operating, and this is what they're developing, and we need to be more involved.
Yeah.
As a people, because we are the least involved. My job is to get us more involved.
That's right.
Because we are the least involved. And as much as I can say equity, we need this much money, we need this. If niggas don't want to do it, then they're going to be like, for what? You niggas don't want to do it.
Facts.
Not about to give you niggas no money. You niggas don't want to farm. You don't want to be agriculturalists.
Continue being children. That's cool.
Y'all niggas go play over there.
That's right. So
well, we going to keep talking about the California CDFA budget this year last year was $600 million, bro.
That's right.
So you niggas don't want to do this, cool. We're going to get this to our people.
Yeah. That's it.
We're going to continue to elevate our farms, and it's not going to be perfect. It don't mean we all going to be balling out and trying to be rich. But once again, we're going to keep this money circulating amongst each other.
That's right.
If you niggas don't want to,
okay,
fine.
All right,
cool. All you niggas too good for agri. You niggas is too uppity. All right, fine. You niggas is better than us. Cool.
Facts, man.
Cool. Let us know how that work out in 5, 10, 20 years.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because y'all sitting on the land. Y'all only getting less land.
Yeah. The whole attitude of that's for them, it allows us, our people, to disavow responsibility. Right, because as long as it's for them, then you're not responsible for inactivity because it's for them over there. I don't have to. And then on top of that psychology, then you layer on the negative attitude towards people who engage with that. Because what you're really doing is you're trying to distance yourself from responsibility.
I was literally thinking that same thing, bro.
Right.
The responsibility.
Yeah, that's it. It's responsibility. It's like if there are resources there and you don't have any, it's responsible for you to get those resources.
Definitely.
To your people, to your family. If you don't do that, you are irresponsible.
Definitely.
So, and the other alternative is getting resources from elsewhere. You're not identifying an alternative. So what you are doing, you are like we said, wallowing in inactivity and arrested development.
I got a question. Of all of these different modules, no slight, just an observation. Of all of these different, financial literacy things and shows and podcasts and financial literacy gurus, have you seen anybody remotely engaged in the agriculture industry or any of this who went on any of these things and talked about agriculture and farming and sustainable farming and the economy around farming and the economy around agriculture and
Has earned your leisure talk?
I'm talking about all of them. I'm talking about all of them, bro. Name me any type of financial literacy, anything that has ever had anybody from the second biggest department in our country, or from the foundational principle of our entire economy as a whole, in any way, shape, or form, and a part of any of it.
Facts, bro. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Just to be honest,
it blows my mind.
Yeah, man.
And that's not a plug for me to go in there. That's just an observation of, like, once again, scale.
Facts.
Scale. That works for a small percentage of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Certain people, after studying the market for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, are able to be successful stock traders.
Yeah.
Honors to y'all.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna work at scale.
No.
You know how I know it's not gonna work at scale? Because he has already shown it doesn't work at scale.
That's right.
Certain things aren't gonna work at scale.
No.
Certain things are for a small percentage of people.
Are you talking about individual trading?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
It doesn't work at scale.
No.
It takes years to do because you have to develop an entirely new pathology and an entirely new psychology, and you have to establish a lot of discipline to do it.
In fact, and the people who and
it's no slight to them. It just can't be scaled.
The people who do it as individuals, the majority of them are going to fail at it.
Yes.
The high majority of them are going to fail at it.
Yes.
Period. Because you're going up against institutionals and you're going against algorithms. So it's
because it can't be scaled.
No.
It can't be scaled. You get what I'm saying? You can't have a business of stock traders.
Yeah.
You know how I know?
How do you?
Because where are they? Where are the black-owned stock trader businesses?
That's true. Yeah. No.
I don't see them.
I don't see them.
I would love for it to happen. And I would give y'all my money and y'all trade stocks for me.
Yeah.
I would gladly do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I mean you can make the argument that there are people who operate businesses stock. Yeah, it's called Wall Street, but they're the market, so they can do what the fuck they want. They are the reason the prices go up and down, and they could be in that position to have a whole stock trading brokerage or stock trading.
But is Wall Street a scale?
Yes, is Wall Street a scale?
Well, you talking about the people who actually go to Wall Street? You talking about the actual?
Individuals.
I'm talking about scale, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like scale. I'm talking about millions. America is hundreds of millions of people.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you're talking about I thought you were talking about scale as in money. You were asking me if Wall Street. Yes, Wall Street has money.
I'm talking about like
you're talking about millions and billions of people.
Yes, Americans are the least involved in the American stock market.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
There are more Asians involved in the American stock market than Americans.
Scale as in bodies.
Scale as in bodies, bro.
Human being involvement into that system. Okay. No. Wall Street is upper echelon.
The only way we can scale, right? The only way we as Asiatics can scale right now is agriculture. It's the only way. There's nothing else for us to do at scale.
No, sir. No, there's not.
Because that's the foundation. Once we get in that at scale, we can actually scale it. Then we can develop an ecosystem around. Like I'm not only pushing the CDF and USD, I'm pushing the industry because we need the ecosystem around it.
Yes, sir.
We don't all have to be farmers.
That's right.
We can whatever it is you do, you can bring it to the table, a part of the ecosystem of making sure we grow food, we build houses, and we provide medicine, provide shelter. Anything you do can be around a support of this industry because this is what makes the planet go round. This administration is what feeds the world.
Yeah.
So it's not like quit what you're doing to come be a farmer.
No.
Understand whatever it is you're doing can be applied over here.
Yeah.
Because this is what is the centerpiece of everything that's happening in your day-to-day life.
Facts. Yeah, and understanding the importance of this makes you more likely to engage in it, whether it's growing microgreens in your patio, anything, and then establishing some sort of market in your own neighborhood. Like it doesn't take much, but once you start getting your hands dirty, that makes you understand the significance of the industry itself, and it gets you thinking, operating, acting, and thinking differently.
Definitely.
That's how the world changes.
Asyr.
Facts.
It awakens your DNA.
Facts,
It,
man.
it unlocks your DNA.
Facts, man.
It reminds you who you are. You get back in alignment. You bring you realize, oh shoot,
Yeah.
I'm a god.
Thank you. And no, for real. And I just see it like it awakens you as in an individual level, but I'm seeing just with CrossSwap LA, right? That when we are active in like harvesting and planting seedlings and the neighborhood, the whole neighborhood's involved, niggas watch, bro. Everybody's watching and it's like, wait, what's going on here? Oh, they're doing real shit. So I'm starting to see what it's going to look like, and we're doing it. No, let's body it. We're really doing it. We're really changing the psychology within urban areas around agriculture. This is not a joke because, as you've pointed out, the whole transition from an agrarian society to an industrial society, it has rewarded this instant gratification and arrested development. So we're providing a counter to that, to these problems.
Yeah.
Right? Straight up.
Yeah.
Here is your solution. It's agriculture.
It's agriculture.
And it's available in your front lawn.
Right now.
Period.
We can all do it.
Yeah, we could all do it. We could all use the channels that we've talked about, the digital channels, to promote it. And it's all about just changing the things that are used to enslave us, to liberate us, and just, okay, yeah, promote the shit on Instagram. Have your own little farmer's market with the stuff that you just grew today. Let people know, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to think like...
And bust it down. Turn this into a ebook. Turn this into a podcast. Turn this into some clothes. Make some merch out of this. Make a book out of this.
Absolutely.
Make a CD out of this. I'll be telling my young boy, like, bro, how you do your music thing, grow some food, make some music around that, bro. Get into this agriculture industry and put some music around agriculture. Get in here, get in the dirt first, and do all that stuff later.
Facts, man.
Get in here, get your foundation, get your feet sturdy. Get to work,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying? Get your feet sturdy and then do all that other stuff.
Absolutely.
And it's no slight to everything, but that's just how I view it.
No, that's just
because that's the way that design is, once again, to make us want to chase. Like you said, we want to be these people.
Facts.
And we think that if we do this, then we'll get what these people got.
Facts.
And that only works for a small percentage of people, and so we continue to chase this small percentage of people at scale, hoping that we can accomplish what these small percentage of people have accomplished. And while simultaneously it keeps on being only a small percentage of people, and the rest of us are wasting our time and our energy.
And the cool part of it is that these small percentage of people who have quote unquote made it on the internet is they think that they're helping people by promoting this lifestyle and telling people that you can be like me. And actually, I've gotten, and it gets scary, I've gotten game from internet people, so I'm not going to act like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But as far, like we said, it all comes down to...
Like I said, I'm not in opposition.
Yeah.
I'm here from the internet. Like, I know. Like, I'm not... I get it.
Yeah. But it's all about the scale. It's like, yeah.
Scale, bro. Scale and priorities.
Facts.
And long-term scale, priorities, and trajectories, man.
That's right.
Like business, big business, real business, governing bodies. When we say nationalities or today, that to me that really mean like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, nationalities or today, man, nationhood thinking 10 years, 10, 20, 30 years down the line.
That's right.
And that's how that's how governments run.
Facts.
So it's like if we want to say we want to destroy Babylon, we're gonna need to figure out how to run something.
Facts.
Or else we're gonna have complete anarchy.
Facts.
For hundreds of millions of people. And I guarantee you, when we do have complete anarchy,
what? Go on. Yeah.
niggas are not gonna be concerned with these things that we want us to. You feel me?
Yeah.
If we have an anarchy, bro, you think niggas are gonna be really pressing NFTs, bro? You get what I'm saying? If this shit really do, if this shit really do shut down, and the US dollar is worth nothing, you really think niggas gonna be outside on the street like, bro, let me trade, nigga, I'll trade you this NFT when niggas is hungry? Niggas ain't got no job.
That's real. No,
And I'm not against NFTs. I'm not in opposition to NFTs. I'm just saying, what are we pushing? You know what I'm saying? That Gunna song called Pushing P. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a, you know, but it's like, what are we really advocating for? What is our focus on? What are we really getting? And I get the argument that we're gonna do this to get our resources together to do this over here at an accelerated rate. But once again, that's still, to me, the same magic wand. Go over here to get the money and then get the money fast here so we can come back here and do this.
Yeah.
But then once again, you don't know how to do this. You don't know this. You know why you don't know this over here? Because you've been spending your time doing this over here.
Absolutely.
So when you get money and you want to do this over here, you're going to still have to learn how to do this over here.
Yeah.
So then you're going to have money. You're going to do this either over here, and you're either going to not know how to do it.
That's right.
Or you're going to do it and have to start from the beginning because you never learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Because money not going to, U.S. Federal Reserve notes is not going to fix everything. I promise you.
No, it's not.
Getting money to buy land is not going to fix everything. Buying land is not going to fix everything.
No. You got to know what to do with the land. Period. Yeah. And
What's your water source? What's your ecosystem? Like I said, we need an ecosystem around it.
Yeah. There's.
What's your plans? What's your projections? How much does it cost? It costs $200,000 to drill.
That's right.
On land to get. Why you need $200,000 to get water?
Yeah.
To have a well.
Yeah.
To have a tractor. What's your food distribution setup? What's your food banks?
It's a good question.
What's your contract with your school system?
But instead of doing this homework, you were playing around on the metaverse, bro. It's real. Yeah, man.
And that's cool with me. It's just like I said, I get it. I'm okay. I'm okay with in 10 years niggas is running the world. In 20 years niggas is running the world. I'm okay. Like niggas to my Black World Order and all that running the world. Okay, cool. My paperwork shit. That's what I'm trying to do. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to run some shit.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not trying to play with people.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to you get me? Yeah. Like you said about being like I'm not trying to be like, bro. We trying to really put things in place to run some shit.
No.
Right now.
Yeah.
And right now, let's run some shit.
Run some shit.
Let's run some shit, bro.
Absolutely run some shit.
Let's be decision makers for money.
Thank you.
Let's be decision makers for money, not just ask for money. I'm past asking for money.
Yeah.
We're putting things in place to be decision makers for money.
To be facilitators of the resources and not the funnel for resources.
Facts.
Period.
Facts. And if not us, and if not us, have access to those decision makers.
Absolutely.
If I'm not the nigga who gonna be the decision maker, I'm gonna be the nigga who know who the decision maker is, and I'm be the nigga who can tell people who the decision makers is, and so we can apply pressure and make sure we hold these decision makers accountable.
Absolutely.
And make sure that we also have projects in place to present to these decision makers, and make sure that we have make sure that people collectively hold these decision makers accountable.
That's right.
So it's like, come on, man. Yeah. We talking about we talking about government stuff. We talking about policy, man.
Yeah, governance.
Talking about legislation.
Yeah, governance.
Just grow up, bro.
Governance. How are you gonna be a king without governance and even knowing how to govern? That's a thing.
That's a thing, bro.
That's a fucking thing.
That's a thing. It's a real thing, bro.
That's a thing.
It's a real thing, and I get it. They're not people aren't used to us talking about politics from this type of vantage point. But it's real happening. It's really happening, bro.
Yeah,
people are running our country, and people are running our state, and running our city, and running our county.
People aren't listening to Asiatic black males talking about politics after voting.
Facts.
No,
and from a standpoint of not being politicians.
Facts.
But it doesn't mean we're not involved in politics.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not running for public office.
Yeah.
But we are part of the political system. This is the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's like I said, I realized in high school that people don't understand politics, so I stopped caring about politics. But I have to accept that's not going to get me nowhere.
How do we?
I haven't cared about politics since I was like 17, bro.
I understand.
Because I knew niggas didn't even know who the I wrote a post about it like 2012 when niggas was complaining about Obama's second term. And I'm like, you niggas don't even know who your school superintendent is.
Yeah.
You niggas don't even know who you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, who's your school's treasurer, nigga? Stop. And you worried about you feel what I'm saying? Who is your city council? Who is your assemblyman? Who
That's
is
real.
your congressman? Niggas don't
real.
even know who that congressman is.
That's real.
And talking about Obama didn't do nothing for black people. Man, go sit down somewhere, man.
Absolutely.
You niggas is goofy. But once again, like you said, we have this disdain. We have this. I'm better than politics.
disdain.
I'm better than politics. How, nigga?
I'm better than power. I mean,
Our assemblyman brought $2 billion to our district this year, bro. And most people don't even know what the money. Most people wouldn't even. People was mad at me that I reposted it. I'm like,
wow. Really?
I'm simply reposting what somebody who's our district assemblyman has actually done. I'm just letting people know it, and I'm like, all right, well, there you go.
You're a sellout, bro.
I'm a sellout. You're a politician. All right, cool, fine. We shouldn't know what's actually been implemented in our district.
Okay,
Sure.
I understand.
Now, like I said, now who are we talking to? What are we talking about?
Children.
This one?
Children.
And it's all love. I love him.
No,
like I said, I'm just on some. I'm on some daddy shit.
We're
today.
on mommy. No, we're on mommy and daddy are talking serious stuff right now. We don't have time to talk about that Antoine stole your toys. For real. No, let's be real. But this is what it feels like, and it's like I don't
like that analogy, but I get what you're saying.
Yes, sir. Wait, you don't like because the toys?
I don't like the this is mommy and daddy. This is. Do you get what I'm saying? I get the analogy. I just didn't like the analogy.
Oh, I understand.
But anyway, continue.
I understand
because you know how niggas try to take as a sound bite.
Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, the talking about fatherhood, parenting dynamic,
man.
bro. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah,
for real.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not about to say
father shit, bro.
I'm on some father shit.
I'm on some father shit,
but I'm also about some family shit. So I'm on some mommy and daddy shit.
I feel you.
Now you get it. Now it's a balance,
I get
bro.
it.
Yeah,
There's
facts,
a balance.
bro.
There's a
Facts,
balance.
bro. No, so yeah.
You there?
Yeah.
We went on.
Yeah, yes, sir. But it's. Yeah, I understand why children have disdain for their parents because they don't understand the game that parents are playing. They don't understand bills and pressure and deadlines. They only understand their own immediate desires.
Man, for real,
bro. Man, I never thought about it from this angle, but that's exactly what we're dealing with. And we
in our loop, bro. People get in the loop. People have the same year every year, the same week, the same month, the same day, over.
Facts, bro. Loopy, super loopy. Yeah, and I've gone through my own loops as well. Yeah, man. Yeah. So
I haven't been in a loop in a while, bro. My every single day. Every single day since I quit that job in Hawaii has been a different day, man.
That's what's up.
For me, bro. I've been on a constant just
yeah. What's that? That's
upflow,
wave,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, wave, up and down, moving forward though. Like
moving forward though.
Like today, I got to sail today.
Yeah.
For the first time, and it really hit me. Like, wow, like this is my life. Of like, okay, like I just have to, just like kind of like make sure that like, okay, the wind's gonna do this. Yeah. The wind's gonna push you. You just gotta make sure that you still
So you're on a sailboat.
I was on a sailboat,
Dope.
yeah. And you just make sure that you just make sure that you ultimately come back to center.
Nice.
And make sure that you go in the direction you need to go.
Absolutely.
This is going to happen.
Good intel.
This is going to happen. No matter what. When this happens, you bring your thing over here and you just bring it back here, and then it's going to happen. You bring it back here, and then you just make sure that like you just. And sometimes it's gonna come some real strong wind, and it's up to you to really,
bring it back to center.
Lean in and make sure that you balance equilibrium with the boat, because the wind could literally knock you to the side, and you be on the sailboat in 1 minute, and the next minute you flipped over. So that's definitely been my life as for these past couple of years. It's like, all right, just stay in the course, bro. Just stay every day, move forward, flow through this shit,
flow through it. Yeah. Flow. Whew, man. Yeah. And bro, like what I've realized is just like everything is flow, everything is a wave, everything's a vibration. So it's just that metaphor for what you were doing is just we're flowing through it. We're gonna catch big waves. We're gonna catch big when the wave goes back into the ocean, whatever that's called. There's a word for that. I'm not sure what it goes back, but a draw perhaps. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and it's funny that you're Cancer water. I'm Earth Capricorn, and we are both in our element today. I was working the land. You was working the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
This is my first time selling too. Like me actually selling. So it was like immediately it was like, oh, like
Yeah.
I know how to do this. Right? It was like I felt like I'm in my element. It was like, oh, it was like remembering like, yeah, this is I should be doing this. This is normal.
Facts, bro.
I'm a more.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get a boat. I've been saying I want to buy a boat.
Yeah, man.
So it's like it's wrong. I felt like real like, like this is I need to get a boat.
Yeah.
I need to stop playing, give me a boat.
Facts, bro.
I don't want a house in Hawaii. I want a boat in Hawaii.
I understand. Yeah, boats are dope.
I want to be an agriculturalist boat because mind you, my moon sign and my rising are both in Virgo. I'm earth more than water, but my character's water, so I need to be in the water.
Where's your moon?
Virgo.
Okay.
And my rising is in Virgo as well.
Okay, yes, sir.
And I got a lot of cap in my chart too.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I got a whole lot of cap in my chart.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only cap I got. The only cap I got is a cap in my chart.
I understand. we were both in our element today.
Yeah.
And then we text each other, and you texted me something that really hit me. And you said we are God. Yeah, we are God.
We are God, bro.
We are God.
It's
We are God.
Yes, it's here.
And we say that every week. But when you said that, I was like, man, yeah, no, we're operating and we're acting as God.
Yeah.
As the body of God.
And a part of that is like just being in our element, like taking the time to go recharge, be in our element, do what we need to do for our soul, for our mind, for our healing, to get our vibration cleaned up, cleared up. Yeah, I was on the ocean.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying, smoking some good ganja with some good people.
I understand.
With some good vibrational tribe people.
Yeah.
That he was on some metaphysical, listening to like mantras, you know what I'm saying? Listening to mantras on the ocean.
That's what's up, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we
smoking good herb.
No, yeah. Today, like we said,
sipping champagne.
The beginning of this podcast, when I was just talking about how we, went from performance art, God, acting out, rapping, and then now it's like, no, I'm still God, but I'm still like, now I'm just a different element. Now I'm inside. Now I'm doing that work internally, and just as intense. And I'll close this, but it's we cannot flesh out the totality of the godhood without working on what's going on in here.
Definitely.
And part of that internal work is destroying the things that allow us to live in the vibration of arrested development, of inactivity.
Yeah.
Right. So right now,
every day,
bro. Every day waking up into it. It's like, I got a taste of like the unabashed God power, but now it's like, okay, now I'm back into like, so we can live there, and then that'll be the new existence. So we both were doing our thing today. We were both in the element, in nature, surfing the waves. Right? Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's still, and now we're carrying it here. And then now I'm like, okay, damn, now we are God. And we're operating as Asyr, having that conversation. It's like, you niggas got to grow up. You got to grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
and we always talking to ourselves, mind you. We put it on the record for us to come back and listen to tomorrow, and we're like, all right, okay, I'm talking to Adam, Adam talking to me, I'm talking to myself, Adam talking to himself.
Facts, man.
As much as we talking to you niggas, we also talking to the mirror.
Us as niggas is where our
because we are you niggas, and you niggas are us.
Facts.
We talking to different aspects of our own mind because we are God. We are one body.
Facts.
So if we talking to everybody else, which we are,
facts,
we definitely talking to ourselves and putting it on the record to step outside time, space, reality. We might need to listen to this one day next year and be like, you niggas, you grow up. You niggas is having, you niggas grow up.
No, and honestly, I'm having this conversation that we're having amongst each other is a conversation that I would have needed to hear probably 3 years ago.
Yeah, facts, bro. Me too.
Nah, because I'm gonna be 100. Like I was very like, fuck politics.
Yeah,
wholesale, not fuck Democratic Party, not fuck Republican Party. It was like, oh, fuck that whole thing.
Yeah, fuck the whole thing.
Fuck the whole
I was there.
thing.
Yeah.
I was there. We both were there.
And not being diplomatic.
Yeah, not being...
definitely 2020, I could have definitely realized, you need to grow up.
Yeah.
You got in this position. You have an actual chance to implement change. And don't blow up.
Facts.
Actually be diplomatic.
Yeah.
Because you represent more than just yourself.
Yeah.
You represent your community. You represent Asiatic men. You represent Asiatic people. You represent Compton. You represent California. You represent your.
Facts.
You represent these nationalities order today.
Yes, sir.
So conduct yourself as such when you need to.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and man, the thing about why I had this attitude of like fuck the whole political infrastructure, fuck it all, is because I've seen a lot of our people not engage with it with this mentality. Going in there as fucking coons, Uncle Tom's house niggers. So like, I understand.
You, also, we don't know what bills they pass. A lot of times we don't know what bills they pass.
That part too.
We don't know what advocacy work they did.
We don't know.
We don't know what businesses they got funded.
Yeah, facts.
We don't know.
We don't know the game.
We just. It's just that's what Instagram told us.
Facts. Or that's what
YouTube, that's what Facebook, CNN told us.
That is what white people told us. Facts, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. So
Facts.
we haven't not been.
That's what the nigga on CNN. The nigga on CNN say he a coon. So since CNN said it, then Breakfast Club said it, and the Breakfast Club said it, then Shade Room gonna repost it, and the Shade Room reposted, then everybody gonna repost the Shade Room, and then it's gonna be a hashtag, and then it's gonna be cancel them. Come on, man. Niggas is goofy, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And
they're trying to do with that pastor. They're trying to cancel that pastor for what he did.
What did he do? I missed. What happened? What pastor?
This a pastor. He did like it was some type of like some type of demonstration that he's been doing, but he basically like spit on somebody's face, and it was an extremity. I'm not saying I agree with what the nigga did.
Yeah, I understand.
But the point is, this nigga, he's been an established pastor for years and years and years, and been doing all kind of phenomenal good things for the people. And then when he do something wrong, it's like, cancel this nigga. He's done. He's out. I'm never going to church. Fuck Jesus. Oh. This is what's wrong with the black church. And it's like,
okay.
Man, come on, bro.
Okay.
You niggas just hopping on Instagram just because Instagram said, niggas, if Instagram say cancel, niggas is going to repost them and say, I like it. Like, one of my favorite songs from Kendrick Lamar is Mortal Man. It's one of my favorite songs, bro, because it's so true. Niggas tried to cancel MJ. Niggas tried to cancel everybody. Any nigga tried to cancel Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Niggas tried to cancel Martin Luther King when he was alive.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Bro. Like, we gonna, like, he's, and K-Dot said, like, man, when y'all try to cancel me, just know, like, I was a real nigga.
Facts.
And when my bipolar and my mental health kick in, I don't want to be around you niggas no more.
Yeah.
Don't try to cancel me, because I done gave way too much, and I have my own demons I'm battling with. Okay. And I'm not gonna just be in front of you niggas making music in front of you niggas forever and ever and ever. And when the day come when these niggas lie on my name and they play with me and they try to assault my character, I know you niggas are gonna try to cancel me. I know you niggas gonna backstab me. I know you niggas gonna say he really did it. So I'm gonna make this song right now, so let you niggas know when that day come, remember this song.
That's right.
Like I told you niggas, you know. Ooh, and I'm like, that's the realest song. I have to really like
real.
That song. Every time I do something, anytime I have to deal with my emotions, it's like I listen to more, man, because like it's facts. Like,
ooh, yeah.
As much as we doing for the people, the urban people, the people that we serving can't save us, bro. We have to keep that in context.
Let that be too.
Like the people that we are serving cannot save us, bro. The people that we are here to serve are not going to validate us. They can't. The people that we're here to serve are not going to build the infrastructure for us. And when willingly, like Moses took niggas out of slavery, and niggas still was like, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
A couple days later, bro.
Facts. Fuck that shit. Straight up. When shit hit the fan, are you still a fan? When shit hit the fan, are you still a fan?
And even when he was trying to free niggas was like, nah, Moses, you bugging, bro. Just chill. It ain't that deep, bro. We okay. Like, you niggas are in slavery. And they like, nah, bro. It ain't that deep, bro. And Moses like, nigga, God is telling me, niggas, y'all can be free. And they like, nigga, you doing too much, bro. We good. Yeah. Then he freed the niggas and did all kind of miraculous metaphysical shit.
Facts.
And niggas is like, man, you know what? Actually, bro, let's just make a whole nother golden calf and keep
where
this
the calf
shit.
At?
Yeah, man.
Where
fuck, like, I know God. I know this new guy.
Where's the basketball at?
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, man, I get it. I know we got hundreds of acres now, thousands of acres and billions of dollars. But you know what, bro? Let's start our own football league now. Like, all right, bro, fine. Y'all go do it, but let me know. Let me know how that work, bro.
Yes, sir. Man.
Without the infrastructure in place.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I want to, we could wrap this up, but I want to, since we about to go to knock off to bed, I'll tell you about this dream I had last night while it's fresh, because it was kind of trippy. Yeah. So last night I was in a tornado, right? And I was like, oh man, God's the best, And I was seeing that, like, there was people in the tornado, there was tractors. I'm not sure if I was a physical body. I just remember I was there spinning around. I wasn't afraid. I was just like, oh man, this ain't no joke. And so I had that experience, and then immediately after that experience, there was another. I was like watching the first experience I was in the tornado. This next one I was watching a tornado happen, and then I saw like this little like capsule. It was probably like the size of a dynamite stick, like a stick of dynamite. Which you would assume that size would be, and it looked like it was made in a factory. It was definitely manufactured, and it had like a code on it, like T283 or something like that. And so as the tornado was spinning, like this little capsule came in front of me, and it went into the tornado, and there was just a big like explosion. But it wasn't. It was like a time warp. Like if reality, this is reality, it was like, it was no fire, but like, so think of reality as a mesh. It was like a ball hit a mesh and it went in the mesh. Count the ball. It was like a warp, like a physical metaphysical time warp, and with a big loud noise to it. And I was like, oh, that little small pill, it made that noise and it stopped the tornado instantly. But it was an explosion, and immediately after it happened, all of the birds in the sky just fell down dead. So I take that as like, okay, I was like, there's the power of God, there's the power of Satan. What time is he operating on? And it made me think when I woke up, I was like, man, nuclear weapons were created 60 years ago. That level of destruction, that's what we saw back then. What the fuck are they doing now? You feel me?
They killed hundreds of thousands of people like that, bro.
Like that. And that's what we saw. So
twice
they had, thank you, that,
and they were like, we can do, if y'all niggas don't chill, we'll keep doing it.
Facts.
If you niggas let us know, we can drop. We got more of these.
Facts. So I'm thinking like, with that little small that little capsule did that to that tornado, and I was like, oh, what are these niggas operating on right now? I mean, we see the vaccines, but I'm just like, it made me think of like, Satan ain't no joke, bro.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. He is operating from wickedness and physical, mental, spiritual, all of it attacking, and we can't even fathom the depths of evil through which he's operating right now, because we've seen the depths with the nuclear weapons used in Japanese in 60 years ago. So right now I'm like, okay, all right, I knew we were here, but now I'm like, oh, we have to prepare for spiritual, economic, physical warfare, because we're here. And if we're calling ourselves angels, what the fuck is an angel? Angel is a soldier for God. So we got to prepare for it. So I was just, he gave me that vision just to show, like, just be aware what you're getting into.
Definitely, bro.
And you're in warfare right now, which is why I'm showing you this. So
that's why we're doing this communication. Like you said, this is a part of he said something. It's like propaganda.
Facts.
This is a part of our propaganda.
Facts, bro. Facts.
This is our radio show. Everybody got this is our radio show, pushing our agenda, pushing our propaganda. We want land, we want resources, and we want equity.
Yes, sir.
And this is us saying
all of this.
We're getting equity. This is part of us pushing our campaign for equity.
Would you say land, resources, and equity?
Yeah.
Period.
Bro.
Yeah, and it's where we are. Like, we can't apologize for that shit. It's like, no, this is what we're walking into, what we're going to get. It's not like if, ands, or buts. It's like, no, we're operating as God. God wins. So we are willing to accept the consequences of the destabilization of the entire universe to get it. If that's what it takes.
I mean, we already there. I think it's like we've already accepted. We've, like we already watching it happen, bro.
We are.
But definitely we're prepared. It's funny. I was around somebody and they not afraid to go into a restaurant and not wear a mask and be like, call a sheriff's stand. Yeah. Like they'll go to the gym and be like, not wearing a mask, and I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask. Call the cops then. Call the cops to me because I'm not putting that mask on.
Good.
You gonna stop me from going in the gym? Call the cops.
Yeah.
Or bring your security and they're going to stop me. You want to stop me from going in the gym without a mask on.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, dang, but it's like, you right? Like, it's getting to that point. Where, like you said, like, we're like, nah, like we're coming into this new dimension. I'm not saying I'm not out here telling everybody go do that. I'm just saying that I do get the point of like, are we prepared to get to take it to that extent?
Yeah.
And like me, like I said, I'm the same way, just in a different way. I'd rather go get power. I'd rather us have our own land to be able to have our own decision making, as opposed to going to everybody else's stuff and wanting to impose my will on everybody else's stuff.
Facts.
But I do overstand, like you said, like, are we prepared?
Put the ball in their court.
Yeah.
And I understand that calculation, and it's just like, okay, well, is it worth the cost?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay,
you're making people calculate.
Yeah,
really.
But I think, like you said, we're at that. It's at that threshold. We're at the threshold.
We are at the threshold.
And the inner Loki episode, man. I might have to watch that episode again tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before I go to bed.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you said so.
We passed the threshold, man.
Today,
he remains.
Yeah, he's there. He's there. Oh, this is what you really want? Okay. I'm still here. What version of me do you want?
Facts. Come on. And
that's
get one.
Let's look at that. You're gonna catch. Okay. I'm nice guy right now, bro. you know what I'm saying? Do you really want the smoke?
You're gonna catch one.
You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch one.
You better do. If you know better, you better deal with this variant.
That's right, bro. And I
got a million more.
That's right, bro.
And some of them is not as cool as this nigga.
That's right.
Some of them are still from the block.
Facts. Yes, sir.
Some of them didn't go this way. Some of them went a different way.
That's right.
Some of them made different friendships. Some of them made different connections.
And it's like, you're talking to dudes. We don't fear death. We don't fear, not at all, because we've done it before.
That's Asyr.
It's necessary.
It's a part of Asyr.
And there's also a part of it's like, okay, yeah, when it happens and I'm on my square, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's gonna happen.
You can't accept all as Asyr. You can't accept all of this other stuff. And not accept that part of the story.
That part of the story.
That's a part of the story.
End of a season.
Yes.
That's all. The end of a season.
At any given moment.
That's right.
Tragically.
That's right.
Imminently. Right now, tonight could be the night.
But but regardless of tragic, that's a judgment. It's all divine.
I'm just saying, you have to accept that this comes with the territory.
That's right.
I've wanted to delegate and bring resources at scale that also puts yourself in a position to where you can be removed from physical reality at every moment.
And I'm okay with that.
I've had to be. I got that premonition
man.
2 years ago.
Facts.
It's like, he was like, higher self told me, God told me, if you keep doing this loop, we're going to take you out of here. If you don't do what you need to do here, what's the fucking point of you being down here, bro?
Facts, man.
If you don't do your shit, you're not going to be here. You don't think you're going to, with all of this consciousness and power and metaphysical power and knowledge of self, and like your DNA, and you know what you came down for reality for. You did LSD, and you remember Tom Mary, and you know the internet. You don't think, nigga, no, if you're going to come down here and do this whole earth physical reality shit, nigga, you better do it. Or else, nigga, go home. Nigga, then come sit down.
Yeah.
Or start this shit over again and figure this shit out next time.
Yes, sir.
You think this shit a game, nigga? That while you come down here and goofing around? No, nigga, this shit not a game. If you gonna be down here, bro, you gotta get this fucking work done. You signed these goddamn karmic contracts. You signed these celestial contracts. You came down here to do this real healing, generational, metaphysical, real work. Either you're gonna do it, or we're gonna take you out of here, or we're gonna just start you again, and you're gonna start the loop from a baby, and you're gonna have to grow up and remember this shit all again.
All again.
And you're gonna have to remember how to do this shit, and have to go through the journey of all of the pain and the strife, and go over these environments, and you got to go through all this trauma, and go through all the healing again, and then remember who you was again.
I'm done with the bullshit,
and then,
bro. I'm
and
not
then
doing
figure it out again.
Nah, bro.
And then you gotta go through. You gotta come back to the same age, and then make a decision again to do the work. Or nigga, just do the work.
Just do it.
Just do the work, nigga. So you don't have to. You can stop coming down here and doing this shit over and over and over and over and over again.
Facts, man. I'm at that point. We're both at that point, and that's why we're both having this conversation. It's like, no, we're doing the work.
Just do the work.
We got them. All right, no, I'm not coming back down and do the same old shit again. This stops with this body. God damn it, no more. No more. Just do the work. Just do the work.
Just do the work, bro.
Just do the work.
Just fucking feed the people at scale.
Facts.
Just become Asyr this time.
Yeah, come on. This time.
Just put
Don't wait till season 17. You feel me? Like, no, we had enough seasons. We tired of this shit.
Or come back in 2063, you know, as a baby. Or come back as a daffodil, you know, come back again as a gopher.
Bro, okay.
And then have to figure this shit out, how to figure out how to be the best gopher.
Okay, listen, if we're going to be honest, I don't fear death. This is what I fear. This shit. Repeating the loop.
Come back as a gopher, and in your conscience, like, fuck, bro, I'm a gopher. Fuck. I'm a fucking gopher, bro. How did I go from fucking a man, an Asiatic man, to a gopher, bro?
That's a good question. It's a very good question.
Goofy shit. Yeah. Now I gotta live my life as a gopher. I gotta figure out this gopher shit. When I should have been figuring out how to fucking run civilization.
That's real.
But I was goofing around.
This is very motivational, man. Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Came back as a grasshopper. Can you imagine come back incarnate as a grasshopper and in your conscience like, bro?
Yeah.
Did I really just die last week and then come back as a fucking grasshopper, bro?
Bro, that could happen. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess let's figure this. All right.
I got it. All right. I got a job now.
All right. So I guess, man. Let me figure out how to not get ate by fucking hawks and other predators and spiders and shit. I guess that's what I got to do now.
Yes, sir.
Let's figure this shit out.
Oh man, but yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, it's 1:30.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. But yeah,
hey, don't get to work. Do your work when y'all down here. Do your work, man.
Do the work.
Do your real purpose.
Do your work. That's right.
Don't do this goofy shit and come back as a house plant, bro.
No.
And then now you got to figure out house plant shit.
Yeah.
Or come back as a quartz, and then now you got to figure. You got to learn about life as a gemstone. Because you know they frequencies is tapped in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah. So today you text me, "We are God," and then you said we're in a new dimension. It's real quiet outside, but like
it was quiet outside.
It's been quiet. Like you said, it's around December 16th. It's been super quiet, but like I've noticed it, but I haven't noticed it until you brought it out. We're so busy in our own dimension, in our universe, bro, because shit's popping off, especially in 2022. So I don't look behind me no more. Mm-hmm. We don't have the time to look behind. Mm-hmm. And so I just hope enough people get caught up in my cipher and our energy. And then that's the kingdom.
It's only busy when you go into those three-dimensional places. When you go into those places that have a lot of people, it's a lot of people. But when you're not going to these dimensional places that have a lot of people and you really just observe, like the outside, you really just stand outside, it's nobody outside, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's like literally you just stand outside and just realize like, where's everybody?
Yeah, facts. And I see that as wide open opportunity because I don't have any fucking fear, bro. I don't have no goddamn fear. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up, man. It's a lot of peace and blessings.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve. Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen.
Ameen. Islam. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace.